direct from Europe.
From the swamps of Louisiana, the Cajun Predator.
The day of the hairy freak, or the fat slob, is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Look at us. We did it again. Another 7 days around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. Look at that. That's my name right there. I say that right there. That's my name. Tom Green. Look at that. That handle's where you can follow me, and that noise means somebody just did something cool. Probably a follow. Maybe even a sub. Thank you, everyone. Coming up for WCW Deep Cuts Live, like we do every Tuesday, where we come and gather every Tuesday at 9 and watch the forgotten quote-unquote television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Hello to everyone in the chat, so many folks. B. Clark for Dark, No You Stick It, the man you met, the legend Brian Dermody, Casual Villainy, Optimum Vision's here, GM Garrett, PJ is here, Judas Effect, I become, just don't put me in La Mystica, Brenticus Maximus, who we will talk about more here in a second. LJH is here. RGT, YouTube celebrity, hello. And Gambler, I don't think the Gambler's here this week. It's hard to disappoint. But we got a lot more fun, folks. So many, yes, I so many in the roll call. Incident 73, Tooks. Bruhavan's here. Let's see. El Gooch, hello, good evening. Thank you for the sub, as well as Hammer. Shout out Hammer. Thank you so much for that sub earlier. Jonathan Mayer, everyone's friend. Jonathan Mayer's here. Let's see, also Hammer. If I didn't mention before, thank you for the sub. Oh my goodness, things are dinging in the background. RGT, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I say it every week here on Deep Cuts Live. I don't beg for the subs. But what I do is I put them in a syringe, and then I stick it in my butt cheek, and then I get real big and swole. Whiskey Spaceman, aka Whiskey Spaceman, 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Goodness, things are dinging. Y'all are the best. Will Scott, hello. Yeah. And everybody else, if I missed you in the roll call, Adam Yearly, hello. Thank you. Pop it up in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. Before we go forward, I do have to let you all know. See this cool thing back here? This is like the coolest thing I own. And it's all thanks to Brenticus Maximus in the chat, who is our sponsor. Look at that. That's me and him. The dream team. The green team. Go to Brent's Etsy shop, brenttech.etsy.com, and use my coupon code, not that Tom Green, that's my name, for 10% off of a sign just like this. He's got a lot of really cool 3D printed things you can check out, like decks for like handheld game systems and like retro game art. It's really cool shop. So go check it out. But we got a lot of show. Look at that. It's almost as if I need to get a new grip thing for my camera. What is going on? Hey! Captain Calamari, hello. All right, I think we're good. I think we're gonna watch WCW Saturday Night, September 1997. Here we go.
WCW Saturday Night.
As always, let me know how I sound. RWMC Quarters, thank you for the follow. We got 2 episodes of Saturday Night tonight to watch. As we start with Prince Kakamaki, Prince Ikea.
Soon to come out, Jeff Jarrett along with
always happy to see the veterans welcoming the new folks into the Roderick Eric Fontaine fan club.
WCW, as you said, what a big boys play on this Saturday night right here on the mothership. Yeah,
Bulldogs.
a young lion that got a title early in his career against.
Baby is like, I am a WWF fan.
Hands full right now with what's going on. Also,
that might work a little better.
If you will, with another man's wife.
Thank you, old Gooch.
Kicking it off.
And he is facing my favorite and yours too, Double J, the last outlaw, the best in the world, Jeff Jarrett,
I was yelling and I don't even know why. Go ahead.
along with Queen Deborah. It took me way too long to figure out, as in into adulthood, that the straps going down Jeff's body are supposed to be guitar straps. That's why he started wearing them around the time he became a country musician. This is about a month before Jeff leaves. That is right, now you stick it. This song does become Good Old Boys by the West Texas Rednecks. Just good old boys. Good old boys.
Shambles did fall on the household. Jeff Jarrett, but let me tell you something else. There
Real
is
synth-ass
exactly what
music going
NWO
on.
wants.
Is Jeff Jarrett the last true carny who made it big? Depends on your definition of true carny. Like, he's the last one with style, with pizzazz. Who, like, when he carnies you, you're like, it's Jeff. You know what I mean? Like, you're proud when Jeff carnies you out of something. Otherwise, shout outs and apologies to everyone who joined me Sunday for Off the Grid. My internet service provider decided that the main event was just too much to watch and shut down the stream for me. If you have not watched Off the Grid from Sunday, I implore you to do so. As well, I clipped both matches and a promo from my new favorite wrestler, Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter.
We will not show it again. You will not see it for you NWO goofs out there who like stuff like this.
Hey, Weed Fudge. I wish. Oh my goodness, PJ. Gift and subs. Oh my goodness. You all are the best. I really, I'm a lucky boy. I don't know what I've done to have earned such a lovely group of folks, but I'm very thankful for you all, and especially PJ right now. Thank you. Yes, Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter. That's his full name, government name. Found out Max Thrasher is currently a high school principal.
Jeff Jarrett can almost flare you to death. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know what flare you to death.
Look at that muscle. Look at Jeff bulging bicep.
Flare you to death.
I don't know why I did an accent there. Maybe in honor of Jeff.
All the other things that you say. I know
Up to
Jeff Jarrett will meet Dean Malenko coming up next Sunday.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear, PJ. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And thinking of your friends. Oh, in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club. Whoa! Prince and Jeff making that work. Oh gosh. Oh, that was so good.
Well, it's a big
like,
matchup for a lot of guys. And
this close.
I really believe, as I said last
Look,
Saturday
the
night on the
timing.
mothership, right here on
Perfect
TBS,
on
I did
Jeff's
say,
part.
Tony, and I believe this too. What happens to WCW?
God, learning the ropes about Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter, would have been such a better show.
What happened to us last year?
Such a better show.
NWO got all the stipulations, all the things they wanted right around.
Max Thrasher also used to work as a debt collector. He did 8 years of karate. And early in his career, he filled in on the undercard of a Jim Crockett show in Baltimore and wrestled Brad Armstrong. Samoa Joe stole everything from Double J. Yes. Imagine Samoa Joe in the straps. No, Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter, apparently a very wholesome guy. Oh, that was sweet.
going to wrap him up here.
Max Thrasher, the bounty hunter, is
And you notice
him and the Hater are like the two best wrestlers to ever live.
Oh yeah, he uncle him right here.
Isn't everybody? Doesn't Obama follow everybody on Twitter? Isn't he like John
Y'all at
Cena?
home, that woman standing with him is married to Mongo McMichael.
There we go. Double Jeff. Double Jeff. Jeff Jarrett.
Jarrett is your winner, and Jarrett now
Double
faces
Jeff
Malenko.
wins.
Next,
Augusta is WCW country. We're in Augusta, Georgia.
well, yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Max Thrasher might have done a hair versus hair match because I found he did like a shoot interview on some dude's YouTube channel a few years ago. He's cut the hair. He just looks like a principal. Like the most principal looking dude you'll ever see.
Right here on Saturday night.
We have 2 solid hours of wrestling action here on Superstation TBS, including Kurt Hennig of the Four Horsemen against a member of the NWO.
This is that brief period where Kurt Hennig was in the Horsemen.
And we'll have more from Superstation
Hennig,
TBS
by the way,
right
to
now.
you jerks on YouTube.
Still to come
Also,
in
if you're
the 2-hour
watching on
telecast,
YouTube, this
Scott
ain't
Norton of the
live.
NWO will go
It's live if you're
one-on-one
watching on
against
Twitch
you
right now.
In addition to
YouTube,
return match,
we're not
tag
live.
team no
Gotta join us
disqualification,
Tuesdays.
Public Enemy will
Be
be
live.
high voltage. And
I
later
see
on,
the
it'll be
comments.
Horsemen against
People
the NWO,
confused.
hopefully a little payback. Kurt Hennig
and Conan
of the New World Order. We are 1 week away, Dream, from War Games at Fall Brawl. The NWO on top of its game.
Dusty, this is Dusty's
WCW
version of
is
dressing.
reeling.
Well, I tell you what, Tony,
He
you don't
wore
want to
his
go into
blazer.
the most dangerous match of all matches. We're talking about War
One of my
Games
favorite sketches
only
from
on
Mr.
pay-per-view.
Show a Shirt Out comes the pre-taped
Pay-per-view, if you
call-in
will.
show.
NWO has done a great job of taking the mindset
But yeah, no,
of WCW
on the
Conan
advice of a
and
friend of mine with a very
throwing it in
successful
disarray.
YouTube channel, I run this as a live
Embarrassing
premiere
the full
every
house.
Wednesday morning,
Embarrassing
and without fail,
ridiculing and
I always have people
the
upset
WCW crew. Bottom line
that
is,
it isn't.
we
I'm
gotta
not doing
get it
this
together.
live
We only
Wednesday
got a week
morning while
to
I'm.
get it together, Tony.
Let's go to the ring. Our next bout features 6 of the New World
Yes,
Order.
have Kurt Hennig's opponent secret for 20 seconds. It's a mystery opponent, but they didn't say how long it was going to be. I think this is Johnny Swinger.
From San Francisco, California, Judy
Called it. How sick am I in the head that in 2024 I know Johnny Swinger's music? I was at that show, by the way, Market Square Arena, Indianapolis. Somebody threw trash. I might make a Why Johnny Swinger rules. I'm a TikTok guy. I'm a YouTube guy. I'm on I have an Instagram Reels thing, but nobody watches it on Instagram. Oh, the NWO is coming after Johnny Swinger.
from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Well, here comes 6.
Wow. This is like kind of a big star to be wrestling Johnny Swinger. Hell yeah, Whiskey Spaceman. Yeah, the Indianapolis show, we got the same lineup as Chicago pretty much. I think they switched around 1 or 2 matches because of Mongo. But I remember like whole night everybody around us is like, Rodman's gonna show up. Oh, he's gonna be in Chicago tomorrow, so he's with them now. And then because this is that era too, the whole night everybody's looking up in the catwalk for Sting, and like a dozen times drunk guys are like, oh, look his Sting up. It's just like a guy like rigging something. I don't know if Swinger's still on TNA. He might be. I don't know. I don't watch TNA. Blowing your high spot in the first sequence of the match. And 6 is like, I will not sell for your thing.
You gotta hook him up. Got him going, weigh him down.
Prince Iakea is, I believe he won the lottery in Florida. Just hanging out, being a millionaire.
The fact that Luger and Page are scheduled to be a part of
I think the reason why the NWO never came out to New World Order by Ministry is because nobody in that group listened to Ministry.
Man, right close, right on top of him.
The fact that Ric Flair is supposed to be a 3rd member, and the fact that a
Swinger's a backstage guy for TNA. That makes sense. Look at Johnny Swinger's good ass punches.
next Sunday.
I don't wanna
Hey,
almost
Dr.
go to
Liam.
government
Hello.
with Bad blood in there, but James J. Dillon, you're not doing too good a job right now. You
Yeah,
better
6
get
is. I like the thug. I know what you're talking about.
and head of the
RGT.
committees of all committees. You better get right
I'm a
because
fan
time is
too.
running out.
I'm more
Right,
KMFDM
if
guys.
at least
Oh, Michinoku driver. Somebody's watching the other show.
18 leg drop. Here's a cover 1, 2. No, didn't get it.
Do you agree with that analogy or
Yeah,
not?
sure I
we
do.
got
Time is running out.
and you go ahead and put
Hey,
guys
Over Metal. I did not
in
see Hoovy was on was on NWA. Hey,
it's
wait.
okay, man, his age, suffering the injuries that he did, he was viciously attacked.
What are
I'm
they
talking
trying
about
to?
James-
What are they?
Yeah, what are
trying
they
to
Whoever
trying to prove?
taped this show in 1997 needs to get their crap together with
They're trying to take
tracking.
over.
They have threatened to beat up announcers. Yeah, that's fine. They have beat up James J. Dillon. I know he used to wrestle. He used to be a...
Oh, the big high kick. Somebody needs to bring that
We'll
back.
take out J.J. Dillon. We'll make a farce of the Horsemen. We'll just
Like the
destroy
Aleister
the
Black
Horsemen
or the
myth.
Malachi
Well,
Black
they did a
kick
good
is
job
cool
of it on this
with
past Monday Nitro
the
coming
butt
up
of the heel
live
into the
because
jaw,
next Monday
the
Nitro
knockout thing.
again,
Oh, it's the
we're gonna
Bronco
see, I
Buster,
believe more of
which
it,
would
but I'm
soon
gonna
get
say with
banned
War Games
on Turner
pay-per-view
stations.
television, most
But no, I
dangerous
like
of
the
all,
6
to put an
high
end to
kick
this
where he
mess,
just
and we can't
wipes
put
the
an
dude
end to
out.
it when we have inner fighting like we're doing right now here at WCW. If you are a WCW
Inner fighting. Oh, here we go. The
Guys,
buzz
don't
kill
Whoa.
or the buzz killer.
It's the Buzz Killer. There you see that Johnny Swinger.
And in 1999, it had to change its name to the Armstrong.
Getting feet, trying to get out, but 6 with the Buzz Killer.
Brad
What a
took its
painful
name.
hold that must be. It doesn't take long, much like the figure 4.
But I think, who the fuck in the WCW locker room would like Depeche
To
Mode?
submit.
Well, he's athletic-wise, very gifted, but
I think the tape
mentally, I
has
ain't so
gotten
sure all his priorities
back.
are,
I think we're
I know
good.
that one thing, they
Good
are
with the
towards
videotape.
the new world order and the takeover of wrestling in general. Whoa! Another look. Swinger came out, had a
Shivani
good
said it, look, he
offensive
said
game
butt
plan, went to the
killer.
well once too often with him. Right
that
here,
would have been
gets
a
caught
great
up.
gimmick.
Uncle might be a kind
Like that should have
word,
been like
more or less.
Billy
Kick it
Gunn.
like a
Like if
ticket.
Billy Gunn was
With his
Tiger
head.
Mask, the butt killer would have been his black tiger. You know?
Hugh Morris will be here. Plus, when we come back, the World Television Champ on TBS.
That just looks beautiful. That title belt over Alex Wright's leather
Part of
shoulder.
Fall Brawl next Sunday, September 14th, for the Lawrence Joe Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Winston-Salem will be
I think this is Chavo Guerrero coming in. Ass mask.
the man he defeated for the
There we go.
television
Chavo Guerrero.
Ultimo
Jr.
Dragon, and now he will face here Chavo Guerrero Jr. One-on-one.
Good matchup, Tony. I guarantee it brings it right here to Saturday night.
What a Donnybrook we had with...
Yeah, I have to feel like, yeah, I'm with you, Judas Effect. I think Kevin Nash just kind of listened to what everybody else listened to. And if he thought you were cool, he would just like rip off
Yeah, they all got mad
whatever
at each
was
other.
in your,
That's-
your
let's just
CD
go ahead and
holder.
face it. NWO rules when they got you confused and
Like he
fighting
started
amongst
listening to
yourself.
everything
This
Conan
young
did
man
when they became friends.
changed his whole attitude about his
Alex
outlook
Wright
on
might listen to
women.
Depeche.
Well, you can say it's bad, it's good, it's indifferent. Bottom line is,
Chavo
he
Guerrero,
became
the
a
Hollywood
champion
wrestling
because
trainer.
of his athletic ability
He is
with a changed attitude.
to wrestling
We're
what my
talking
Uncle
about- Get
Frank
down, boogie
was
down.
to
That is right.
animals.
I wonder how
My
Alex
Uncle
does
Frank
his,
Camp,
ceremonial backflip
Trainer
in the ring.
of the Animal Stars, Benji, Tiffany, Mr.
And
Ed,
the designers of the
everyone on
Wild
Green
West
Anchors.
Show coming up this Wednesday in Cody, Wyoming, when you're going to be a part of that.
Well, that is a good thing, and I don't believe I would take him to that. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
think you would either.
He would not ride in my pickup. I can't wait to get there. All
The
the
cool
great
thing
fans
about
in
this
the
era
Western
is we
apparel,
can't tell
from
if
the
somebody's
greatest clothing and
just a
boots,
normal
makeup
wrestling
in
fan
the
and they like
world, really.
Sting,
I'm gonna
or
be
if
right
they're
there in Cody,
a
Wyoming.
full-blown juggle.
Irma
Because the paint
Hotel,
is, like,
it's gonna be
exactly
Wild
the
West
same.
time when the dream hits
When you're
town.
just
This
rushing
Wednesday,
through it.
Right there in Cody, Wyoming. Oh, man, I can't wait, Tony. You don't want to go because you're busy. You should go with me.
Well,
I would put a pair of them white furry shats on you. I'm going to tell you what, they be calling you hoo-hoo buckaroo. You know what I mean?
Hoo-hoo
All right.
buckaroo.
I do know, we did hear from John Darby, one of the organizers, your good friend, and he said...
Yes. Well, you've done a great job out there, John.
Look at those lime green tights.
that you
on Alex
cannot
Wright. You don't see
believe
tights in that color
the
anymore.
excitement in Cody, Wyoming,
trunks.
knowing that the American Dream Dusty Rhodes is going to be there on September 10th.
Ticker tape parade. There's only two buildings high enough to throw ticker
Dusty
tape
Rhodes
off.
is just
I guarantee
saying
it's gonna be
words.
something. It's the Old West, and you know me, Tony.
Like Dusty was on to do.
Reincarnation is the key to the game in the Old
And
West.
if they kind of end up as a sentence, then cool. But
you know what I mean?
that's just words that sound good together.
And yeah, if you're in Europe and get one of these, it hurts.
It hurts. And Alex Wright.
No truth to the rumor that Dusty wanted to book Master P's group as the Hootie Who Buckaroos.
Oh, and he's had 2 of them here.
Yeah, Mondo was the first Hollywood wrestling trainer of the family. He trained all the Glow Girls originally. Ray187, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you bringing the flat soda and the crackers. Hope to see you in the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. There we go. Dueling dick dances.
That wasn't real well, you know.
Well, it didn't need to be.
I don't think any dancing needs to be done in this thing.
I would agree with that.
That's right. I did see graphics saying Chavo was going to wrestle like a Lucha Trios match in GCW.
Well, I still can't
Good
get
on
over,
him.
you know,
If he was any good in that. He's like in his 50s now.
We call TNT Monday Nitro Live. That was so great. Accepted all over. It was unbelievable.
But he's
Your
in
voice
SAG,
stayed there and
so he can
everything.
probably
Started so
afford
good.
the
And
good
I take my hat off.
HGH. Oh, shit.
But then it went downhill fast when the NWO come out and tried to destroy what.
Hello, Rowan
what
Fresh,
it was all about.
as always,
And
bringing
how
the
they
Erotic
did on
Eric
it. Let me tell
Fontaine
you, they got our
emojis
attention.
in the chat.
As
is Rowan's trademark.
The fact that, and I don't want to say this in the same breath, but the Disco Inferno made a shocking appearance.
Hell yeah, that's
trying to
awesome. I'll have to
outdance
check that
Alan
out.
Wright. Well, guys, if you want to dance,
And Mr. Wrestling 3, I'm 100% with you.
That's good.
They should have made like
I like that.
main event or like the clip shows and just like Dusty Rhodes talk show.
You think I'll be dancing Wednesday night?
By the way, check out my short Monday about the original Dusty Rhodes talk show. The will drop in.
No, not out there. I'll be singing The Ride by David Allen Coe. Well, I'm in a different atmosphere there.
Gonna have a great time out there.
Also,
fans.
total bullshit that they did a whole ass pay-per-view in Berlin, Germany, and didn't even bring out Alex Wright to like wave.
Man.
Like genuine bullshit.
Ultimo Dragon, and here's a man who truly is one of the finest wrestlers in the world, and many people feel that.
He got him.
I did not realize this week was the anniversary of that Sting promo, the last promo rather.
The Dragon will retain or regain.
We are all
the television belt
aging.
next Sunday at Fall Brawl Dream.
Well, you may not like this, but I'm gonna say
Dust
it.
in the
Everybody's
wind.
politically trying to be politically correct now.
There were a title. There were plenty of title changes on Saturday. Not a whole lot after like '95, but there were a couple.
Now with this change of
Like
attitude,
there was the Lex Luger beat Mark Marrow or Johnny B. Bad
He's become a winner.
for the
And when you
TV
win a lot,
title
you learn how to
in
win.
February
You get to the big
'96.
win and you like it. It
I'm
kinda
pretty
stays
sure
there on you a little
around
bit.
this
I'm gonna
time,
tell you
around
what,
like this time
I
period,
like
there was a
him,
cruiserweight title
Alex
change.
Wright, better this
Saturday
way. I
night.
don't like his dancing,
Two almost got
but I like his competitive.
And then yeah, plenty.
How you say it, Tony?
Plenty
What I
in,
think
like,
it's
the
called
early to
makeup
mid-90s.
of the way he goes into a match, his game plan.
competitive nature.
Yeah, and that I really do. You know, I'm saying it, and maybe I. Get
I think
a lot of
Jericho
love,
over
but
6 was on Saturday Nitro, which was like a house show.
No, it's
But
been
they
good.
did it up special because they were running head-to-head with WWF in LA the same night. But there is a fan cam on YouTube
Abdominal stretch applied.
of Saturday Nitro.
And Mark Curtis checking in. Look
Wow.
at this.
Yeah, he's got him hooked
Look
up,
at
got that leg
that.
really
Scott Hall in the
back,
dressing room was
stretching
throwing
them
shit.
ribs. Now using leverage on the rope, boys learned.
It was one of the audio-only pay-per-views. There were a few. There was that. There was
another out of the playbook.
Well,
Boston Bash, I think, was one of them.
Of course you can.
It doesn't take much brain power to cheat.
No,
So
but you got to be good.
Somebody recently
Win.
sent me
You got to be
part of the
dirtiest player
audio.
in the game.
for
Have they?
it. I still haven't listened to it. I need to
Become the
check it
dirtiest
out.
players in the game?
yes, they have.
It's not the full
There you go.
audio.
Attempted
But-
leapfrog, and there's another lariat that time, and that one hit him on
I
the
was very
forehead.
thrilled to get
And
it.
Hogan, what was he thinking?
I have seen the fan cam of
Hogan.
Hogan and Sting in the cage in LA. It is
You know,
better
Hogan
than you'd
feels
think.
He's untouchable.
He really
He
does.
feels that no one can get to him. Well, there's going to be a man hopefully drop down from the rafters one day with bird in hand that
Whoa.
we're getting.
What fantasy booking for Tony Schiavone? Sting's gonna come down from the rafters one day. He's gonna have a bird in his hand.
They're dealing on each other
Just
too.
gonna
This
throw it at him. Throw it at the
back and forth
NWO.
right here. I guarantee you, one behind. Here he comes. Don't make a mistake. Chavo Big
I
opportunity
say it all the
knocking
time,
on
but
door
Alex
right
Wright
here.
does not
Don't
get
wait
enough
too
credit
long.
for being
No.
as light on his as he was, or as
You never
big
turn it
as he
back on the plate,
was.
And
Tony.
there it is.
Look him.
Moonsault, 1, 2, and he almost beat him. He almost beat Alex Wright. Well, how about that? It would have been Chavo and Ultimo Dragon coming up at Fall Brawl.
Thank you, Mike Tenay. Back inside there.
Oh, there we go.
2, 3.
Yeah, Alex Wright's like
That was a hard-fought
6'3",
victory, young man. Let
6'4".
me tell you, it sure was.
Like,
Tony, it really was.
if he was just a little less slender, it would have been
We have a lot of
comical
action
that he
still
was
to
a
come. A
cruiserweight.
lot of matches for you this
Like, the
week.
fact that him and Rey Mysterio were in the same weight division is wild.
You were singing his praises not too long ago, and hey, why not another win for Das Wunderkind Alex Wright, still the television.
Boo, we hate
champ, and now
you,
let's face the
because
Ultimo
you're
Dragon
smooth and
next to
hairless.
Fall Brawl.
Well, seeing his praises.
It was a good
ability-wise
match.
and
People
what he's
just
bringing to the
throwing
table for
trash.
himself. Might not suit everybody's fancy, but you see a hard-fought win right here. Ultimate Dragon, as you call him. And as
Dusty
I like
had
today,
so much
talks
fun
about
saying
his
Ultimo
great
Dragon's
ability,
name.
talking about the Ultimate Dragon, but he's got to face a man that's on top of his game right now, as you see right here. The Wunderkind.
Impacted
Alex
Bruce
Wright.
Willis
1, 2, 3.
200.
They win it time on Saturday night.
Razor
Still Kurt
Blade.
Hennig will face
Thank you
Conan
so much
today,
for the
14th of
follow.
September, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, featuring War Games. Call now.
Yeah,
The
that was like
event
a
available
year,
only
I
on
think they called
pay-per-view.
him.
A new
And then they
wrestler is
had
on the way
did
to
a video
WCW.
package explaining,
Unlike
no,
fans, the stars were
idiots,
definitely aligned
dumb
properly,
Americans,
and
it's
WCW
Ultimo.
has taken full advantage, signing this former champion to a contract and allowing him to come join his friends at WCW. Could this mean possible elimination in store for some of our wrestlers? Well, Gene Okerlund has the story and all the wrestling news on the hotline. So call
Didn't
right
come to
now,
work to film his own hotline plug.
1-900-909-9900, $1.59 a minute.
I hope
Kids
Shivani
get
got a
your
cut of
permission.
that.
Now a special look at Dave Taylor.
Dave Taylor video package. Why not? I always loved the Taylor plex. He'd do that, then he'd roll over into the cradle where he's like on top of the dude. It was late '96 when Ultimo had the J Crown, Mr. Wrestling. Like, I love Dave Taylor, but of all the dudes that get a video package,
Dave Taylor is a man of many moves, European uppercut, that double underhook.
and he got a video package, so he's probably winning this match. Wow.
Well,
There's a lot more to
Dave Taylor, I think he was a guard.
than just a man, an athlete who comes out here.
I don't know if he worked Buckingham Palace, but he was like a guard like that, I'm pretty sure.
Legendary status behind him in Great Britain, and he comes out for this match here on WCW Saturday Night. Another
Look at all those NWO banners that were clearly given to the crowd.
And you know, with Dave Taylor, Ultimo Dragon, and
Because they didn't sell them, and it's not like we had good enough printers to just make them.
WCW, and I say WCW, I don't say NWO.
right.
WCW International.
Your mom liked Dave Taylor,
Yeah.
Peter Crawford?
The #1 wrestling organization.
My mom
in the
liked Dustin
world
Rhodes.
still Today.
Yes.
There we go, Billy
Point
Kidman.
brought up about the Dave Taylors and
We are just
Alex
weeks
Wright,
away from Billy Kidman finding
the
heroin.
Lugers and the Pages and the Hart.
Worked heroin.
We got a full
Not
roster
shoot
of
heroin.
Dynamite people. So
Kayfabe
does the
heroin.
NWO. Coming
I'm
in
like, my mom loves
to this
cigarettes.
pay-per-view.
To this day,
War games, if you will, from Winston-Salem,
Can't
North Carolina.
can't do
We
without
need to be
them.
strong and steady to the task. Because if we're not, another step up that ladder.
At this
by the
point, yeah,
NWO
still a kid man.
might cost WCW
No pubes.
dearly. That's just my opinion on that situation.
All right, Billy Kidman not wasting any time trying to get a win on Dave Taylor here. Kidman.
What was
how about
that? It was
Hook
like
the
a hip.
arm, gutbuster, and a drop kick.
But he
make
like
it
dropped
two.
him. Hey,
Billy
Brian
Kidman
Turner of
has
Brian
come to
Turner's
fight.
VHS
Yeah, he's outside
Rehab.
right here getting ready some
Go check out
Irish
Brian Turner on
maneuvers. Use that rope on
YouTube
the
if you have not
springboard.
done so already. All sorts
Taylor don't know
of
where he's at, but
lovely gems
I
from the
think Billy really,
Nashville
you know
and
what?
Memphis
Billy
indie
was going to do
scenes
something else.
in the
He got caught in a
90s and
situation.
2000s. Oh,
Well,
that didn't
yeah,
work.
made a mistake.
Sure did.
And some hidden
Tony, when
gems
you make
from the
mistakes
bigger
like that
companies.
against somebody like Taylor, I guarantee it's going to
But
come
if you
back
work
to
that
haunt
heroin
you.
into a
Now,
shoot, then
might
brother,
get
you got a
old-fashioned
problem.
British English
Hey, Stephen J.
football.
Neptune, man.
Amen.
No pubes, no love.
Fans want to remind you that WCW Monday
Refs is Wizards. It's supposed to be a head scissors, but apparently he didn't communicate it very well.
In Milwaukee, Monday Nitro this Monday, and we're going to be in Madison the day.
Yeah, I saw that Dave Taylor was at that Bobby Appreciation Show in Knoxville a few years ago. But it was really cool. Him and Regal were there.
And coming up, WCW Monday Nitro.
Got to sleep on, Tony. Go ahead.
At the Independence
What if he's just like,
Arena,
yep, this match is over. I'm going to put this man to sleep because he fucked up the head scissors.
The brand new E Center. WCW comes to Salt Lake City on Monday, September 22nd with Monday Nitro.
Brian Hildebrand, Mark Curtis in the background pantomiming the knee to the stomach. Whose idea was the heroin gimmick for Billy? That was Raven.
On Saturday night, Tony. I can't
they were all supposed to be like junkies. Supposed to be like a train spotting.
And Hogan come about. I mean, after
like
what
Sick Boy,
happened on this
the name was
last
taken
Nitro,
directly from that movie.
I mean, I cannot. It's just unbelievable that you said it. Hogan believes he's untouchable. Believes nobody can bother him. Nobody can touch him.
Which, by the way,
the bird of prey, if you will.
I just recorded the voiceover. Next week, I have a WCW Deep Cut short about Raven's Flock that I'm 99.9% sure has never been covered anywhere on the internet. I found it on newspapers.com, of all places. It is the wildest story. I'm just warning you guys, next week, got a real good Ravens Flock.
It ain't odd to the point of what you said earlier.
See, they never outright said, Brohavan, that it was heroin.
They know.
It's
They know.
they alluded to it, and like dudes are like bitching themselves, and but it was absolutely heroin.
There, Hogan will get into Lear Jen. He'll show up and he'll beat up somebody and lie about Sting and Lee.
Yeah. Well, sooner or later to come back to haunt you. Kidman had
Reese is the 7'2" giant with arms that don't even come like down to his belly. Really nice guy though. I've talked to him via YouTube comments and messages. Hey Team G 6363, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, a big old bulldog. Come on, VHS or VCR from 1987, get your shit together. Exactly, PJ. It was implied that Raven was their dealer, and he kept them by supplying and holding. Because if you notice, like a week or two before the Flock disbands, Kidman all of a sudden, like, looks showered, his hair's beautiful, starts wearing clean clothes, to get sort of the bags under his eyes. It's implied that Kidman got clean.
Double underhook. Could be his maneuver.
This could be it too.
There we go. The Taylor Plex. Beautiful. You ain't getting out of that, buddy.
Notice how he hooked the legs of the man.
You ain't getting out of that, Billy Kidman.
And Billy Kidman goes down to the 1, 2, 3. We'll be back with more.
They could not get away from that match faster.
One day away. Next Sunday, Full Brawl featuring War Games.
Yeah, Kidman was one of the real beneficiaries of the Flock, in that it benefited it during the Flock and also after the Flock. Like, there were guys that definitely got a lot more TV time in the Flock, but then after it was done. But Kidman was like the real beneficiary of that whole thing. Exactly. Whiskey Spaceman. Once you get clean, once you go to rehab, once you drop the habit, can't be powerbombed. And then Kidman joined the New Blood. And who knows what Russo was giving him. Here we go. Wrath.
Well, Tony, there's bad intentions when we talk about that.
Wrath.
There's bad intentions at odds with the NWO and WCW.
He is with Mortis and
Go
Wrath.
down the roster and talk about different things that are happening. But this one right here, the Wrath.
Brian Clark, very active on social media these days. Still has a beautiful head of hair.
Thing that can get somebody injured for a career. That's a bad guy.
Brian.
Bad guy.
This day, I think Scott Vic's full name is Scott Vic and Joey Legend. Yes, because they wrestled dark matches together for 2 years.
These guys are bad, okay?
Yeah, Wrath rules. Wrath,
Penalty right into the match.
Brian Clark's
But
great.
in this matchup,
My old pal
WCW
Scotland Green,
Saturday
my
Night.
kayfabe cousin, hosts the Pro Wrestling Potlucks on Thursdays at 9, right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mr. Green Mist. He got a cameo from Wrath, and Wrath, he was a little late with it, so Wrath gave him like I think it was like 6 or 7 minute cameo, just like going through anything you ever wanted to know about Brian Clark. It was very charming. I'm sure the Purple Mortis dark matches will be up on the vault, at least one of them. I want to see the one. I forget if it was Purple Mortis or if it was Canyon is Canyon, but he wrestled Shark Boy in a dark match before a SmackDown tape around that time. And Shark Boy got so over that they had to redub the audio on the SmackDown episode that Thursday because people would not stop chanting for Shark Boy during like the main segments on SmackDown.
Have got something to prove here as they grace this TBS Saturday Night right here with.
This is a big match in the Blood Runs Cold story. As in, everybody in the storyline is in
I
it.
guarantee you something going on right here. There's a fight going on here, Tony. I like it.
Shark Boy, it was early 2003, I want to say? Mid 2003?
How about that? Drove him face first to the mat, used his leg, his weight on the back of the head, and Wrath wasting no time, pounding on the cat Ernest Miller.
Now, the NWO has like 9 matches on Nitro each week, so these guys have to have their big blow off on Saturday
Oh,
night.
here's the quickness the cat's known for.
You see them quick hands, quick hands.
Yeah, he did wrestle a Shark Boy. Yep. I think that's why he got, like, the crowd got so into him. It was like, Shark Boy, what? What is a Shark Boy? This is fun. Does Bash at the Beach 97 open with this match? I forget if that opened with this or something else. This match is definitely on Bash at the Beach 97. And it's like one of the better Ernest Miller matches.
I know it, but I want to give it to my fans. You just wanted to rip on the
Brian Clark's gonna do the Billy Goat's Curse. Holy shit!
Where's he at?
Look at that!
He's in the wrong corner.
Look at that!
He's in a bad situation.
Canyon's rubbing off on old Brian.
Prolific.
Oh yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian has all sorts of these hidden gems on his channel. You mentioned the Shark Boy Sunday Night Heat match. He has a ton of really cool syndicated matches on his YouTube channel. As Brian, Brian Turner's VHS rehab. Bash at the Beach 97. Oh shit, Jackhammer. Bash at the Beach 97's a hell of a show.
I guarantee it. Ernest Miller possesses skills from all regions of combat.
All regions of combat. That makes me want to hear Dusty Rhodes call a UFC pay-per-view.
But bottom line, that'll get you thinking right there.
That was the flatliner after Canyon realized that he didn't look good carrying guys up to the middle rope for the Samoan drop. Oh! That was a dope kick.
Well, he needs to go and tag Glacier as soon as possible.
That's right, B. Clark. Yeah, they were smart. They built it around having Ernest Miller come in and do his like 3 or 4 really cool kicks. And yeah, that's dope. I can only imagine. Because yeah, WCW unfortunately was not kind to black people. Dusty's more of a power slap guy. God, Dusty would be calling power slap if he were still alive. That would absolutely be his TKO assignment. Look at Glacier. I was going to do the Anthony Bowens version. Famously. Yeah, James Mitchell on that Canyon Dark Side of the Ring made me cry. Ming just coming out and laying out James Mitchell.
I told you there were bad intentions. How about that?
Hey, let me just give you a concussion. Remember that part in the Mortal Kombat games where the Tongan dudes come out and beat the shit out of everybody in the tower?
Have you seen 1, 2, Good.
And you know this is late era babyface Glacier because he has the dyed hair,
350 pounds and sneak out and
the
sneak off
bleached
stem
blonde
running
hair.
like scared dogs. That's not like them. They got the damage.
But imagine if Ming was Glacier. Hey, No Mercy, aka the Submaster.
On Superstation PBS. We're going to take you back to Nitro, show you how Raven helped Stevie Richards get a win. But before we go there, here's what happened last week on this program.
Stevie
on Saturday
Richards.
night.
These little kids love Stevie Richards. Oh, hey, look, angle development from Saturday Night. That Ian Rotten. No. Little kids like, Raven, will you join the NWO? Stevie Richards of analyzing shit on YouTube fame.
Caught Damien and has given Damien a DDT.
Poor
Now, Stevie
Damian
Richards,
Says.
look here, he's talking to the referee. He's not even aware that this is.
Yeah, they just
place.
like did the whole
And
Raven
neither
Stevie
the
Richards
referee.
ECW angle
They're calling the bell.
in
The man's
fast
out.
forward.
A look at Raven.
Like they did 2 years
As
of
he
angle
stands
development,
at the ring.
3 weeks. That is a Sweet
Stevie's
Dinosaur
looking
Jr.
for a
shirt on
heartbeat.
Raven.
Hope that wasn't mouth to mouth.
Hey, Aurora Sky. Stevie does some cool stuff on his YouTube channel, but then he'll do like the faux outrage AEW troll shit that like Eric Bischoff does, and I'm like,
Hey, get a clue.
but like he's done, like he broke down his like WWE's last WWE contract. I found that fascinating.
Undercover, 1, 2, 3.
And like some of his like move breakdown analysis, I think is
They're starting to mend things. Would you think that's accurate?
I think what's accurate is
Here we go,
what's
Jim
weird.
Powers. You're
And
looking good,
weird
Jim.
people associating with other
Teddy
weird
Long.
people. But once again, I'm gonna go ahead and see. I'm trying to get it in a different light today. They both great athletes.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So whatever relationship it is, maybe they all getting it together. Maybe that's meaningful.
good.
What's going on here?
Looking
But let me tell you something.
Jim.
This young man Powers, how many times have we seen him so close, Tony, to get into that pay window?
Jim Powers just reminds me that Paul Roma has a political
Good-looking
YouTube
athlete.
channel with Mario Mancini, and they have the exact opinions about American politics. Here comes Stevie Richards.
Dancing Stevie Richards. I guess you can throw him in the same boat with the Disco Inferno and Alex Wright. We got a lot of dancers.
It's a shame that he can't wrestle anymore.
Stevie Richards makes
I
his
think
way to
him
the
and
ring.
Maven having a
Here
match on an indie
on
show would
WCW
legit be a
Saturday
big
Night.
draw.
Still to come, Diamond Dallas Page will be with us.
Hey, there's a good buddy, Teddy Long.
Teddy Long.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dusty's like, oh shit, Teddy Long's on the screen.
That situation with him and Luger, I mean, it's just another opportunity for the NWO to throw us.
That
in
is a good
race.
call, Dr.
We're getting
Logan.
ready for Nitro coming
By the way,
up
3
live
o'clock
again
high,
Monday
great
night.
movie.
Most watched
Great movie.
program, ball history of television, period. And the great pay-per-view must-buy situation, War Game.
I think that's a rite of passage as a young wrestling fan, RGT,
I mean, who's gonna
is to
represent
go to a
us?
show and
Now, on
have
the ledger
the
here,
Bushwhackers
it says
lick
Luger,
you.
Page, and Ric Flair.
Yeah, with a
question.
That
about
says
Hill.
like, you are now one of us.
Team NWO, they're not telling.
The Bushwhackers licked so many children.
yeah.
So many.
Stevie Richards now in this matchup, realizing that Jim Powers is a very powerful man.
He is.
He got caught in the corner that time, and this is what he doesn't want to do, hook up with him here, Dream.
No, as I said,
Jim
Powers has been on the
Powers
verge of
blatantly
getting
calling
the favor
spots
here
into the
more than
camera.
once, and Teddy Long still standing fast with it. Teddy Long still standing.
Hell yeah,
by
with
him.
Whiskey
Steady in the
Spaceman.
cast
I've been
of
bled
making
on
him
by
a
the
winner.
Necro Butcher
I
as
think that's
well.
important. You know Teddy Long.
The
and you know a
Bushwhackers.
winner
I didn't
right
read the
there. You
full
know a man
sentence.
that
I just
believes
thought
in
that like the
somebody and gonna go
Bushwhackers
ahead and stay
showed
with
up at your
it.
house
The
and licked you.
ambassador here at
first.
WCW.
It was
Teddy
a
Long,
meet
I wonder
and
what he
greet.
thinks about all this mess that's going on.
How many
with the
heads did
NWO
Jim
right now.
Powers
I
lick?
guarantee it. It's got his, well, I can't say hair ruffled. but
I had
standing
something
up in
pop
the
into
back
my
of the
head,
he's
and
got it in
then
there.
I thought, I
Long,
shouldn't
that is.
say
I understand
that.
what you're saying.
I get
Richard.
canceled.
Oh,
Let's just say Paul Roma had some
Tony, how many
allegations
guys
about
use
somebody in
that
WWE
knife?
recently. Not recently. He had the allegations recently, but they were from a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. And then go out on Monday night like 6 in the NWO did and trash tradition once again. Somebody get tired of it.
Hopefully tonight in the main event, Kurt Hennig was tired of it,
Yeah.
as he will hopefully take it out on Conan. Horseman against NWO later on in this program. Little payback, little
Like,
retribution,
how many
hopefully.
yard sales do you think Stevie Richards had to go to get his ring gear in this era? Like,
Stevie Richards firing back now.
I'm sure he had some of the band shirts himself already.
Promotion in this arena, Tony.
Oh,
Well, you're right.
whoa,
What's going on
that
in
was
the ring,
cool.
and I can't see it from where I'm at, but I got an eerie feeling about it. Could it be Sting? Could it be Ray?
Like Raven's walking in.
Somebody is on the outside. Stevie Richards finds himself in trouble. Again to the corner, belly to belly.
He got him right here. Go ahead, get him covered now.
He dropped him on his head. 1, 2.
Oh!
And he almost beat Stevie Richards.
Jim Powers, that youngster,
Well, the chant has been picked up here.
Into the rope.
the young
Hit by
up-and-comer,
Jim Powers.
old Gorilla used to call him.
Covers 1, 2.
2.
He's in the rope.
Yeah, look
In
too
the
close right
ropes.
there.
Oh,
Drag him out,
Stevie.
Jimmy. Drag him out. Stay on him. Stay steady on the task here. Get yourself a win now. Backing off. Don't buy this.
Richards tries to seek shelter in the corner, but Powers here relentless.
Jim Powers is up there with Lex Luger in terms of selling his own punches.
All the way down to the mat.
Yes, RG. Carlos Colon, that young up-and-comer.
Has hold of the referee. And there is Raven.
Turn around.
That's move 90. Thank you for the follow.
Wow.
Are you Raven? That was timed a little suspiciously. Maybe you are Raven.
It's over.
I mean, what is this now? All of a sudden they've been apart.
What is
now.
this?
As you said, finally getting it together.
I don't know, Raven, if anyone is an enigma in our sport, if that man was,
Like,
he thinks
Stevie's
It's a ploy.
music is
It's a
like
ploy. It's a plan
dun dun
ploy
dun dun dun
by
dun
Raven
version of Jim
against
Powers'
Stevie Richards. They planned it when they came in here. It's a ploy.
You know, Stevie's music is dun 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 dun. Jim Powers' music is dun 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 dun
and it
dun
gets the win
dun.
for Stevie
You know?
Richards here on Saturday night.
Take a look right here. Powers really had
They
him in a
really
bad
should have
way.
done like vignettes
Stuck
where
in
Teddy
behind
Long
him.
gave
Leaves
advice,
him to waste
just to
right
see
here.
how
No
bad he
shelter
was at
from the
managing
start.
these guys.
For Powers, hooked up. Pay when it's time.
Little song for Teddy
Coming up next,
Long.
Diamond Dallas Page in Action Plus. We'll show you the coward Hulk Hogan attacking JJ.
The Coward. Hey, S Move. Yes, Stevie Richards was in WCW for about, I think, 2.5 months.
All the underhanded, low-life things the NWO has done to WCW in over a year. What happened Monday on Nitro?
I love how Tony
At the
says
hands
that
of
with the same
Hollywood
tone
Hulk
that he
Hogan
would
and
say,
Eric
like,
Bischoff. Two
Alex
James
Wright wrestled
J.W.
Chris
was their
Jericho for the
lowest
Cruiserweight
Well,
title
I
on
tell you what,
Nitro.
Tony, the situation with suspension, 5 should be handed out. More than 5. Suspension. Get this thing right.
That's
Unless
right,
we
Stevie
get
did
together,
wrestle the Macho Man
unless
on
we
Nitro,
Go
yes.
ahead as a unit. I'm talking about WCW. If you are a WCW fan,
Tony, just
get
for
this
dinner
thing
on the
together.
cruise
James
ship.
J. Dillon, head
On the
of
Bruce
our
Cruise.
Committee of Committed, laid prone at the hands of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And
He is on the
something
mothership,
has
so-
to be done very fast, Tony.
Maybe he wants to get suspended.
That
so he
Charo was
won't have to
entertainment
face
after
Sting.
dinner.
Here's what happened on Monday Nitro this past Monday.
Look at Bischoff's shitty little beard.
That. Who in the hell is Sting without the big black bat?
Like, that is definitely a...
Sting is out here.
He's feeling pressure because he's hanging around so many stubbly guys in the NWO.
So wasn't there a man out here that
It's like,
said
shit,
his
I gotta
goal
throw
in
something
life
in.
was to get
Fit in with the boys.
Hollywood and Sting together?
Who is Sting without Batman?
J.J. Dillon.
That's the Batman on getting that
junior
star on
executive
the Hollywood Walk
at
of Fame, by the way.
WCW. This
Ron
ain't no
Popeil
game
wearing
show.
a
Come
can.
on down.
Like, he looks like he just sprayed his
Everybody out
face.
there wants to know how bad is Sting, and will Hollywood be able to handle him? Will Mr. Bischoff?
WCW always looked like the dreebiest company
I've got an answer for
when
Sting, brother.
their corporate leader is like shitty
Let's
Mr.
stop this
Feeney.
right now. Do we have to show this? This is sick.
Oh, I guarantee Scott Hall was like, "You gotta keep that, Bish.
What does this prove? So you can
You gotta
beat
keep
up
that."
the head of WCW. So what? Big man. I'm not calling this stuff.
Ryan
Okay?
sharing
I'm
a
not calling
quote from Dusty at a Nashville venue. This place here is a house.
We're gonna hurt him.
Yeah,
seriously.
Hogan's.
Somebody get
Hogan
some
looks
help
more
for
tan than
JJ.
Vincent. Like,
The total insult.
already bitch on him? Oh, bite me. I'm like, that's a little much. To spray paint bitch on a guy's shirt.
Sting has been stung because Hollywood, the NWO, Hall, Nash,
Like, that doesn't even look like human skin.
are just too
Like, he looks like a different life form. Yeah, it was dope. Eric Bischoff shared my video about Sid and his pal Seth. And I've been told privately by certain co-hosts of his that he is a fan of the YouTube videos in general, the shorts. That's just the one he happened to share, but he's watched a lot of them.
What a 3-hour event it was this past Monday Dream, and we're going to be coming to the fans from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Great wrestling town.
Here we go, Renegade.
Great fans on hand.
At that point where, like, oh, I don't need a leather jacket. What's the point? Just Jim.
Going ahead and trying to get this thing rectified here, if you will.
I hope so, JH. I've had a few. I need to tell you guys this. Remember my video about Luther Biggs, the original Big Sexy? Him and I had an email conversation last week. He was very mad at me originally for suggesting that he might have only gotten his WCW gig because of the nickname. We hashed it out like adults do, and now we're friendly. So shout out Luther Biggs. Renegade in the flock is actually an interesting idea. Like Raven taking advantage of the fact that like Hogan really fucked with his head in like 95, 96.
A young man from Austin, Texas a few years ago.
And like won't take him into the NWO. WCW fans really don't like him.
What it means because I have been there. I understand what hard work was all about. That's why I backed Dallas through his good, bad, in different times.
Like Renegade is a guy like Riggs that should have been like WCW fans weren't taking him, and that would have been a logical jumping off.
Horseman, all of us. Hey, people making fun of us, boys. Listen to me. Let's get off the block. It's a rodeo out
DDP
there.
has a very uneven tan,
to tell everybody, Tony, you included,
which makes him even look like even more of a Jersey guy.
If something is not done right away to stop,
like he's been,
and I agree with that. And let me
like he's been hanging out at the boardwalk all summer. But like, he stays covered up. Wears a bandana.
With a chip on your shoulder,
the DDP's ribs are not broken here, thankfully.
When you need to, it's just showing me that Page is putting vendettas ahead of what should be done.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you know, recently, two weeks ago, in that big
World TV title rematch here from '95.
Animal that we call Big Battleship TNT Monday Nitro. Page went out and called Luger out. Remember, Luger ended up racking him at the end of that thing, and now they're really in disarray. Now Luger didn't trust him, and now Dallas, by showing that, didn't trust him.
We are still in shiny pants DDP era. These are the tights that he wore for his one AEW match.
Very, very simple.
And the bad thing about what we saw,
which, yes, if you don't remember, DDP did have a match in AEW.
We can survive a loss to the NWO. The fact
it was like him, Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall against Butcher, Blade, and MJF. Very random group of guys. Goldberg debuted, I believe, 2 weeks after the show. Refs' rules.
They need to patch it up with Flair. Oh, good maneuver by Renegade.
Also, bless DDP's heart for like being pushed as a main event guy and still being willing to go more than 30 seconds with the Renegade.
Without a doubt, the most dangerous match. And you see what happens too. When your mind is in disarray, you get one of these young lions, if you will, young Turk, if you will, out there just trying to get to the pay window and make a name for himself.
Renegade's wearing some real Daria Morgendorfer boots.
Trying to get up that ladder, and Renegade now is looking for a win. So
All right, Stephen J. Neptune Man with our This Day in Sports Factoids. The New York Mets lost to the Cubs 7-5 to go 76-64 in the season. The Orioles beat the Yankees 4-1 as they are 79-61 in the season. And the number one song in America, oh boy, Mo Money, Mo Problems, Puff Daddy, Mace, and the Notorious B.I.G.
They scorned us last Monday night.
Boy, Sean Combs feeling those problems today.
They made little of us.
Yeah, DDP and the Rhodes family
Don't
very
wait any
close.
longer, Diamond. Cut him. Stop parading around.
Yeah,
Get your
DDP
head
was
back in the ball game. See what happens?
Dusty's commentator
I'm
with
yelling at him,
Gordon
but,
Soley.
trying to.
Oh shit,
I'll
Pedigree
tell you what, didn't do no
by the
good, did
Renegade.
he?
Yeah, hump the air.
Wrestled a good match so far against DDP.
Imagine if he married Stephanie. Hey, 6B Hollow, 777. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you bringing the stale soda and the half-eaten
It
crackers.
broke it for a second, but I really believe that.
There we
he
go,
might
Diamond
Take
Cutter.
him right off here.
Punch
He
him
might
right in
try
the
to
balls
diamond
before
cut
you
him
do
right
it.
here. And we've
The
seen him do it
Renegade.
from all directions.
There we
He
go.
got him.
A young
How
Nigel
about
McGuinness
that?
at home
Get him
was
right
like,
now. Get back up to the plate. Take
that
no
guy
swing.
looks like he self-high-fives himself quite a bit.
Diamond Dallas Page continues to win. But right now, that's not important.
That was a good little Renegade
For
match.
DDP. And
Also,
what's over to
that guy
stay
painted
focused to come back
DDP's
together.
arms to look like
Carry the
Vincent's.
banner for WCW next Sunday in War Games with Ric Flair and a man yet to be
Yes,
named
after that
against
pedigree,
the
Tony
NWO
did say,
because
"Oh,
if we're
it's
not
a
successful
really
there,
good match by
who knows
Renegade."
what the NWO will get coming out
Yeah, he was
of September
surprised.
14th.
Well, we take another look at a
Yeah, Renegade was fine
up
by
to
this point.
By one
Like,
Dallas Page. But does
He's a
Diamond cut
perfectly
it?
competent
Get back
wrestler.
to the ball game. There's a
Problem
big
was he
game
was a
around the
perfectly
corner.
competent
Ball-
wrestler
ball game.
in
Most
one of the
dangerous
most
match of all.
loaded rosters
Well,
in
you
wrestling
NWO fans,
history.
coming up next, you may want to run in the closet and hide. We're going to look at Sting when we come
And
back.
with that smoke in his hair, you've never seen someone look more like they smell like nicotine. Dun, dun, dun.
1 week from tomorrow night, WCW
match was all
presents
Renegade.
Full Brawl, featuring the most dangerous
really.
match in our sport, War Games. It's live and only on pay-per-view. Make the call right now, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Well, as I said earlier, a special look at Sting, a man who has
Yeah,
one purpose,
Sting.
has one motive, has one
I'm
reason
almost
to get
positive
back
this
in
is
the ring,
footage from
and that is Hollywood Hulk
Universal
Hogan.
Studios. There's Sting and his bird that he holds in
When
his
a
hand.
man's heart is full of
Ah, you
deceit,
get chills.
it burns
This
up,
is so good.
dies, and a dark shadow falls over his soul. From
This
the
kid should
ashes
do
of a once
conventions.
great man has risen a curse, a wrong that must be righted. We look to the skies for a vindication.
Tony should have hired a
Someone
kid
to
to do
strike
this for
fear
Sting's
into the
last
black
match.
hearts of the same man who created him. The battle between good and evil has begun.
That's right, this was the
Against
final
an
clash of
army of
champions.
shadows comes a dark warrior. The purveyor of good.
Is it Garrett
With a
Bischoff?
voice of silence
It would make sense.
and a mission.
Wouldn't have to
of
like
defense.
hire somebody.
This is Sting.
-1's getting bigger. Not quite sure if his voice is high enough anymore. Garrett. If you are Garrett Bischoff, Garrett, I don't know, start taking bids on the Aces and Eights Fest. I'm sure you have a few interested parties in the chat. And it is cool. Eric Bischoff has his shitty things about him, but he was good to certain dudes. Like Sting, like Dave mentioned. He was having marital problems.
We won't do. Go ahead.
So Bischoff's like, hey, just gonna pop in, do a spot every now and again, and take care of home. Hey, LaFalce. Yeah, we have multiple Garretts.
Exactly. And the
Hector Guerrero's vest looks incredible.
Nitro as an opportunity to belittle, degrade, to run down, to make a statement of sarcasm.
Days of my life, oh, the days of my life. Yes. Babyface Cruiserweight Champion Chris Jericho.
But it gotta stop, and it can stop if we got the right full guys.
Coming out to All the Days by Mammoth, but without lyrics, which apparently means you can legally use it.
Now, let me say this, the same thing I said to Eric Bischoff a couple of weeks ago when he graced us with his presence at the broadcast location on Nitro. Chris Jericho here now, of course, against Hector Guerrero. I know Hulk Hogan will go down as one of the
like the theme, it's a good song. It's just, it really made Jericho seem like he's straight out of 1986. Hey, Ballers and Briefs. Thank you so much for the follow. A lot of folks joining the gang tonight. Dave in Syracuse, thank you for the sub. I'm going to have so much roid rage tomorrow from all these subs. Thank you guys so much. I think I know what you're talking about, Aurora Sky. I vaguely remember that. Like Jericho's TV champion and who he was Cruiserweight champion as a rib. Just to see if anybody noticed they wore each other's belts. Yeah, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, it don't look good, but it could all really turn around and head our favor.
Yeah, Hector was in WCW for like a year. People don't remember. Like he was there for a while.
Strange things happen and career change. As we see two great athletes right here. Guerrero, Jericho,
Nick Patrick being shitty. Nick Patrick is like, hey, did you fall on your face? Okay. Good call, Brian. Yes. He does look like Freddie Prinze Sr. Absolutely.
I guarantee it's going to be
Page and Predator emoji.
Very interesting matchup here.
One of the all-time greats.
Think about what we have coming up at Fall Brawl. Now we have Eddie Guerrero meeting Chris Jericho with the Cruiserweight belt. His brother Hector now facing Jericho here. Interestingly enough,
if you watch Halloween Havoc 97, I believe, Kurt Hennig comes out wearing the Cruiserweight title. I believe it's for the same reason. He was just fucking around. Grabbed the wrong belt on purpose.
That whole family is in disarray. Now, when I took Alex Wright's side a while ago, earlier tonight, I will not take the side.
Like the fun thing is Hector did double dip because he did work his Lasertron during this run too.
I don't like what he's doing. I don't understand now what he's doing. It becomes a money thing with some guys.
God, I wish Jericho was that fast on Friday at Amir, Mexico.
Coming up at Fall Brawl next.
That little Mystica. Oh boy.
Two count.
I would have asked Hogan this 3-4 years ago. The love of the game. You know what I mean, Tony? You gotta have a love for the game, no matter what it is.
Look, it's funny for you Lucha fans.
But the love of the game has been gone.
Mystico's booked tonight against Inferno as like a makeup match. Like Inferno being one of his all-time great opponents. CMLL was like, shit, that match fucking sucked. We have to book a really good Mystico match to make up for it. Mustache, thank you so much for the follow.
Hector Guerrero.
Yeah, Hector Guerrero was in fact Lasertron. Yes, David Syracuse. Pop that shit, Hector.
I just can't understand why guys nowadays stop and talk to somebody. If I'm going to filibuster on somebody, I'm going to knock him down and get over him and then filibuster.
Imagine Dusty Rhodes doing an actual filibuster, like in Congress.
I might have created dancing. You know what I mean? In the ring. I was a
Hell
great
yeah,
dancer.
mustache.
You know, that was part of my psychology of how to get my repetenda off of balance of the
I think I was
a good dancer.
I was just freshman turned 10 years old.
My bionic elbow spoke volumes for me.
Little kid just smacked Hector Guerrero.
I should have thought of that years ago.
Oh, no problem. And we're here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. streaming stuff just like this. Appreciate you being here, Mustache Gio.
Keep saying I'm gonna dance at the Irma Hotel.
At the Irma Hotel, where he'll make a special appearance.
Hector's like, all that other stuff I'm done, it doesn't matter.
Trace Adkins will be there as well.
Who would be the best wrestler for a filibuster? That's a good topic. Dusty's up there.
Get out there, nothing like being a cowboy.
Who can just make up shit?
Out at Cody, Wyoming, the Cody Auditorium.
I think Shane Douglas could. I think you would like need to give him a topic ahead of time. I feel like just
we'll all gather around a watering hole.
Makeup.
You know what I mean? Now feed our horses.
Like he would need to go in with an idea. I think Dusty could have gone in and just improv'd it. Savage, I don't know. Savage pre-planned a lot more stuff than you'd think with his promos.
A great Saturday night.
You can rattle off stuff plus
when
cocaine.
you're watching TBS and WCW for so long. Now they just exchanging back and forth. Guerrero got tired of it.
Nash, I'm going to disagree with. Anybody who's listened to his podcast can tell you that dude, his brain is shot.
Aggression, yeah. Anything at all. It will.
There are so many sentences he just doesn't finish anymore. Like he's not nearly as clever as I thought he was. Cornette probably could. Raven, as long as he could hear his own voice, would just keep talking.
Moving out of the way. Cover. 1, 2. Jericho almost got a win that time as Hector had run into the corner with reckless abandon. How about a headbutt?
Yeah, big time headbutt. Held right into him right there. Going to try to snap him over in the
Paul Heyman.
Maybe a brain buster. Might get him right for the fight. Right here.
And I think by the end of it, he could convince you that
I really believe he wanted to
he is about ready to like win an Oscar for
like a suplex here.
Whatever bullshit he's selling.
Down is right.
On your noggin.
On your noggin. Coming up, fans at Fall Brawl, we have 2 big title matches. Jericho. Here's a sleeper now by Hector. Jericho to defend his title against Eddie Guerrero, and of course, Ultimo Dragon and the TV champ Alex Wright.
It must suck when you're giving a guy a sleeper and he's got long hair and it's like tickling under your nose.
Havoc to vie for the U.S. title. A rollout. 1, 2, no. Hector had... Oh, good maneuver that time by Jericho to get out of that.
Yeah, I thought Hector had him on. I don't know why he let go of that sleep. I'm trying to figure that maneuver out, even though
I think Jeff Jarrett could filibuster, and he could also convince whoever he's talking to give him their spot. Like if he's like talking to a congressperson, he'd be in Congress by the time he was done talking.
Face first goes Hector Guerrero, and that's into the Lion Tamer.
Oh, and I couldn't have followed that with a roadmap. I was looking at that.
Eddie's the best Guerrero.
I mean, if they were crossing.
I didn't see that up there a little false.
And obviously it worked. He fell right
Eddie's the
into
best Guerrero all around.
But yeah.
Right into.
I think Chavo Sr. was really good in his time.
Exactly.
Like all the Guerreros are good.
Well,
and it's one of his premier maneuvers, and it gets the win for
all around Eddie was
Jericho.
Well, right here on Saturday night,
that was a good match. I have lots of good matches tonight.
To the pay window. Guarantee it, guys. WCW.
I always say good matches are the hard ones to stream because I can't make fun of them.
Ball brawl right around the corner.
Nick Patrick with stupid mustache, stupid hair, and stupid self.
WCW presents Fall Brawl 97, featuring
reverb on the
Games,
voice.
Sunday, September 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, their pay-per-view started at 7. None of this pre-show at 6:30 through 8 o'clock bullshit that guys do now. You were done by 10 o'clock. Dean Malenko, that's why you never saw Dean Malenko do a frog splash. That was horrible. All my homies hate Nick Patrick. Yes, John.
He saw him, Jared backed away, goes to the eyes, inserts the head.
Pretty soon he would not be able to take one of those because he pissed off Steve Austin when he was like a child teenager boy.
Versus Jeff Jarrett with Queen Deborah. The winner of this match gets a shot at the WCW US Heavyweight title at Halloween Havoc. Harlem Heat with Jacqueline versus the Steiner Brothers.
Jacqueline. By the way, shout out Jacqueline. Her the Why Jacqueline Rules YouTube short that I made has blown the fuck up. Like yesterday alone, like I think it was 125,000 views. Like I think total it's well over 300,000.
At Fall Brawl in War Games, it's Team WCW versus Team NWO. Just announced for Team WCW.
Deborah was a beauty queen back home in Texas.
Flair, the last team member for WCW.
Yes, Jack. The same day I put up that video, I put up that video at like 9:30 a.m. on YouTube. By 4 o'clock that day, it was announced that she had a legend.
Dish Network subscribers call 1-800-333-DISH. It's Fall Brawl 97 featuring War Games. Sunday, September 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Call your
It's better than the time that I put up a Y2 Scorpio rules video, and then 48 hours later he stabbed me. Much better time.
Has taken full advantage, signing
Thank you,
this former
Jonathan. I
champion to a
appreciate it.
contract and allowing him to come join his friends at World Championship Wrestling. Could this mean possible elimination in store for some great wrestlers here? Gene Okerlund has the story
That's
and all the
a little
wrestling
bit-
news
just
on the
a little bit
hotline
more
right now.
reverb.
So give him a call, 1-900-909-9900, $1.59 a minute. Kids, get your parents' permission as we go back to Dusty Roads.
All daily programming is pre-recorded in case any of you thought that you would call in and just listen to Gene Okerlund talk live. Like he was just waiting for you to call in so you two could chat.
Match of a power. Scott Norton coming out here.
Oh shit, Scott Norton and Hugh
Along with
Morris.
this man right here. Head up. Boy, you talk
Like,
about an evening match.
talk about
Body
a
weight,
thick boy
body
battle.
style, Street speed, agility. This is a good
Yeah,
set of
Prazak
matchup.
used
You know,
to
they
use
rumbling in
the
back right now.
backdoor
Conan,
login for the
Kurt Hennig
WCW
getting ready.
hotline
On Saturday
and
night
just
coming up a little later on.
like download or do the 1983 version of downloading messages from when the WCW personalities would save them to go on the hotline. Hey Coco, yeah, this is an all-time great entrance. This is gonna be like watching a house wrestle a house.
I can tell you right now, the man I want there is the Giant.
Well, yeah,
Buff Bagwell, who is
you know, I mean,
started his own YouTube
really
channel.
want somebody that's ready to fight and ready to
I
go
watched
all in
one
and ready to
video
pull
where
together.
he
See, that's the
tried to
key
tell
word.
the story
You used it earlier tonight.
of
Pulling
why
together right now is so
Ernest Miller
important.
beat the
But
shit
then
out of
if
him
you
at
look
Road
at
Wild
a big
99,
star,
and he
enforcer
conveniently
type
left out
with
that
the
the reason
NWO,
why Ernest was
talking about
mad at
Scott Norton,
him
nobody
was
is
because
as
he did
powerful
blackface
as
on
Scott
Nitro.
Norton in the world of professional wrestling. This man, for his size, on the other hand, nobody
That just didn't
size
come up in the
has
whole
much
video.
Agility and ability to come with high-risk maneuvers to that side. So this is a good
Besides the
matchup.
OGs,
I
who are
like
my favorite NWO guys. Scott Norton, definitely.
it. Of course it is.
That's how they travel.
Yeah.
They're all together.
Stooges.
Yeah,
Thank you. Very good. And there they are.
The best
Well,
of them.
what would you call them?
So many shitty ones
Oh,
is
I
the
can think of a lot
problem.
of things.
Yeah.
They call themselves Bagwell.
I think Buff and Norton as a team might have been my favorite NWO guys. Also, look at how freaking thick Scott Norton is. That Hugh Morris looks relatively thin standing next to him.
These guys are almost, well,
Holy shit, that rules. Going to headbutt a man into the ground.
Yeah, I took the word right out of my mouth there, B.
Pardon us there, Buffalo.
Yeah. Scott Norton is still nearly that thick today. Like, it is astonishing seeing that man in the same room as you. Like, people just are not built that way.
Oh, Vince, get away from here.
And he's built and dressed like a man.
Few more. We need to excuse us. Yeah, we want to see the match.
Yeah, but that's not bad for them, Tony. I mean, taking over that, I mean, that's what they do.
That Scott Norton's telling of all that North Korea stuff,
We got to go in and beat somebody up. You know what I mean?
like, that should be a book on its own.
When I saw
You try hard, I know.
I know he's written a book.
I know.
The first thing I said is, can someone come out
Bagwell
here
is
and stop them?
eating up the scenery and then some.
Nobody came. Why is that?
Well, I understand that Flair.
Yeah, Vicious and Delicious, Dr. Liam, absolutely. I wish they could have gotten a longer run. If Buff wouldn't have gotten hurt,
From going out.
From going out.
Well,
the Bulldog, the neck break, they.
I would have handed him a baseball bat.
Who's to say they would have had a good tag run? Because nobody had good tag runs at that point in WCW. That was cool.
exactly.
Hugh Morris at like 320 pounds,
Boy, that's
doing
a great
like
statement. You just made a profound
springboard
statement
turnaround
right there.
clothesline.
Yes.
Put me in charge of WCW for one Nitro.
I like it. Oh, yeah.
One
I thought you were gonna push him off.
I might get a guest.
Book your
appearance on
moonsault.
one of them if you're in charge. My goodness. We don't want to do no 8
Also,
to
Scott
9.
Norton did pretty much just no salt.
Top of the head. few more down on the floor.
And the thing is, his chest is so big, I believe it.
Off the top.
Like, I believe that a guy the size of Hugh Morris could jump on him and he would not feel it. Oh my God! Okay. Scott Norton, like, yeah, I'll finish this giant man with a brainbuster, and he controlled it the whole time. What a fun match.
About summed it up. About, I think, the way everybody feels that
Yeah, Goldberg kicked out of him. Scott Norton just straight up no
right? But you know what? The funny thing about it, they do have a unbelievable following in NWO.
Why the fuck does he have a pretzel?
Because they say what they're going to do and they follow through with it is what they do.
Also, looking at him, that's probably the only carb he had in 1997.
Right now, if they ragged Hugh Morris.
When we come back, man, public
Yeah, Scott Norton does have one of the all-time great power bombs. Absolutely. Like he was trying to break the ring.
A week ago, we were supposed to have Public Enemy against High Voltage. But before the match got underway, Rocco Rock was attacked by High Voltage, but then came out later on. Take a look. You see High Voltage, and that is Rocco Rock.
They did a lot of angle development on the Saturday night the week before this. They picked the wrong one.
That's right. You see the table there, and we've got
here he comes,
Rocco Rock. He's been taped up, and here he comes. As you can see, the right arm heavily taped. But he's going to
oh shit! I thought Ryan Hildebrandt was going to hip toss Rocco Rock.
They're getting the plunder too.
I vaguely remember that, Dr. Leo. Like, Scott Norton and Hercules, I don't think they delivered a lot of great matches as a team as the Jurassic Powers, but just the image of those two next to each other was insane.
Public Enemy really got the crowd on their feet right here.
Yeah, WCW 97, it's such a weird roster in that Bischoff just hired everybody.
Basically, anything goes. As Public Enemy and High Voltage will get it on here. One of our feature bouts on Superstation TV.
I think the official count of WCW's roster around this time was literally like 250.
They bring in plunder. Anything goes.
When I was a kid, I wanted nothing more. Like around this time, I wanted a Public Enemy jersey so bad. And I remember there was a period where WCW actually sold them. I couldn't convince my mom to let me send her credit card info over the phone. Rocco Rock looks like he was 53 here. I'm sure he wasn't too far off. He got his break late.
Better step up to the plate here. They're gonna be out.
Yeah, I believe we have a street fight here on Saturday night. How about that?
Danger, High Voltage.
Heck Moaz, thank you so much. Up in that sub, 5 months in a row. Tip of the cap to you. Put some more in that syringe. Get Gyno. Rocco Rock turned 44 6 days before this.
Now wait a minute.
So yeah.
We're talking about WCW jumping in and
Cage match says 313 wrestlers appeared on WCW shows, or at least one WCW show in the year 1997.
Well, I'm going to tell you what that is.
Holy
fans.
crap.
It's just enjoyable.
Yeah, that's not contracts, but most of them were contracted.
Riding the wave right now.
Like I said, anything goes in this matchup. Virtually no disqualification. This is going to be a fight to settle the score.
Yeah, Ted Petty had been around forever.
Well, he ragged him.
Also, I love how these guys are about less than a year out of the power plant.
You know what? All that stuff laying around.
Hey, go do like a street fight on TV.
And hit somebody with it. And them nunchucks.
I see that, PJ. Those are Jacksonville Jackwire jerseys for patches.
He's choking him with a garden hose. And that, I ain't gonna even try to.
And a younger Shad Khan watching over his son Tony's shoulder, watching TV.
At the movies, one of them things
I need some.
That's one of them hoses.
That's right. And that's
yeah.
him away with that one.
Yeah, he was trying to.
Yeah, Ted Petty was doing Tiger Mask spots as the Cheetah Kid before Tiger Mask toured America in like '83. Like he was doing that shit on outlaw shows. He was one of the first like tape trader wrestlers.
It's not being used like that.
I hope the ushers don't hold it in their hand.
And yeah, like Mr. Wrestling 3 said, there were times Ted Petty in this era is just like, I'll do some lucha shit. Cool.
Hard to call because there's so much going on.
Yeah, they're a mess is what they are.
Yeah.
Things
Like he'll try to do like a springboard tornado arm drag with Brian Knobbs, and does not go beautifully.
In the war games and iron it out. Let's bring plunder. Anything goes. You're inside a cage. Lock the door and let's go to work.
Down, as you see, Rocco Rock. A week after he was attacked, Johnny Grunge stopped.
Hey, dude, your partner just fell down.
Up there. Got him rolled over.
What?
That's unusual.
If only they had a bicycle. That's right, RGT. Oh, what was that? Oh, was it 10?
And this here is a rubber trash can. Now,
Rubbermaid.
A rubber trash can hurt you if you hit yourself with a big old table.
I appreciate Dusty's analysis
what, guys,
of how you get hurt in a match. Like
here, but this is a match.
Oh, apparently the match is already over.
Man,
a 2-minute street fight.
And who cares at this point?
That's right. Yes, Ted Petty was in the Pat O'Connor Memorial Tag Tournament. Sorkane 90 representing South America. That's a good point, Tecmo. It is hard to springboard in a street fight, therefore negating 85% of high voltage's offense.
As they defeat high voltage.
Rocco was like, I have found the rogue WWF fan from earlier, and I'm going to convert him.
The mothership once again delivers the most unusual match of the night so far. And that's that thing.
La-di-da-di, the Steiners are going to stick this up my ass later. South Africa,
Join us there. Stand up for WCW next Sunday.
Public Enemy grabbed so many kids in this era.
And I'm gonna tell you
it's toilet paper.
If you ever been in one of them
like
rooms.
From the building. Just stole a roll from the building.
You can call this again.
All right, I'm gonna call it again because I enjoyed it. It's a rubber trash can on the head of high voltage.
Like, I love they spent over a week building this match. They gave them all these weapons. Like, hey, it's a street fight, and then they got 2 minutes. And Johnny Grunge in the background just puts the trash can on his own head.
All right, here we go.
All right, this is the main event of the first episode we're watching. Still got a 1 hour. It aired as a 1 hour episode. We still got a shorter episode after this. It'll take us a little bit over 11 o'clock tonight.
This is going to be even more.
Well, I've been waiting all Saturday night for this right here.
Yeah, there was no guarantee that Kenny Chaos had his shoulders down there.
Of the respected enforcer,
and a Rubbermaid.
Oh
wait, Johnny Grunge is in the Rubbermaid.
Now time
either
for
way.
redemption, if you will.
NWO Take My Life? Wait, what?
NWO fans out there, if you have tuned in this program,
that guy.
Looking for the footage where Conan, Bob Bagwell,
like, does he think they're a suicide cult?
Kevin Nash made a mockery of Arn Anderson.
I'm stunned.
And you want to see it again? Let me say one more time: it will not be shown tonight.
The NWO murder cult. You know,
however, for you
all those people that were willingly killed by Scott Norton.
Call at 1-800-GET-A-LIKE, and maybe I'll think about sending you a copy.
Holy shit! If I could get to that exact point, I would run it back.
You hit the nail on the head.
NWO Heaven's Gate.
1-800-GET-A-LIKE, NWO. You better get a hold here, Conan.
And this is like the 3-week period where Kurt Hennig's not in the NWO.
Now a horseman. See the sign.
Yeah, those were totally given out.
They know the importance of this.
There's no way
right now
fans brought like
between the NWO and WCW. Hollywood Hulk Hogan is the man.
I always love the breakdown in the Four Horsemen song. Somebody's like, metronome on the synth. Jonestown? Yeah, this is NWO time. I cannot get over that song. NWO
Pro
Take
tomorrow
my
night.
life.
The Pro returns for a very special edition next Saturday at 12:05 p.m. before.
I don't think this is the
WCW
exact
Saturday Night. 1
singlet.
hour of the Pro
I think Brett did
Saturday
rip that
afternoon
singlet.
Here on Superstation TBS.
A little collar and elbow lock up right there, feeling out progress.
Well, I'm sure he
Hernandez,
wore this
a
at some
veteran
point during the
himself.
WWF
But I
run.
guarantee you, yeah, you cannot intimidate Kurt Hennig.
Wore a bunch of the same singlets
Hennig being very cool,
until he got
very reserved
way too
at the
big.
beginning of this matchup. Course, Conan was the one. Well, I don't even want to describe what happened.
No.
Let's just.
Conan's got a very weird cut
You
for
know,
his tank
here's
top.
another guy that could
Like kind of
be
a
part
muscle
this
tee,
team
kind
in
of
War
There
not.
you go. You're taking a look at somebody there, and you're wondering about.
Forget
Dallas
who it
and-
was on
and
Twitter.
Luke and
Somebody
how they gonna
brought
fit
up a
into
good
this big
point that
pay-per-view coming up.
the reason why Brett
And now
ripped
then
off the
Kurt Hennig
singlet
has involved
was because
himself
Kurt was
with the Hawkman.
evolving into a
Accepted
manager
that
out of
task
it.
of the new enforcer.
So Kurt came in with the cut,
Well, I guarantee
the
you.
hair was cut short, and then Brett rips off his singlet as if to say,
What
"You're
he's
not a
doing, what
wrestler."
an athletic individual he is right here. Nice
Hey, Speedy
leap
De Palma.
across.
Yeah, a lot of,
Drop
way
kick.
too
See
many
that?
C
See that? I
team
just talked about
members
it, and there it was.
in the NWO.
Yeah, he just cut him off and throwed him in too.
Just cut him off and throw him in too.
Snap married him over.
Oh man, that'll crack your back, make your liver quiver right here. Very
Dusty
nicely
couldn't
done,
find a way to
Tony.
fit that into the street fight, so he had to bust
Taking
it
a
out
powder.
here.
Yeah, I like this. I like to see the NWO on the retreat.
Anytime the Heat's on, they're going to go on the retreat.
You think so?
I know so.
I didn't mean that to sound like I didn't believe you, but I was just trying to get you fired back up about
Dusty,
it.
about 6 months after this, Dusty joins the NWO. And essentially he just went to Scott Hall and was like, "Hey, I think I'm going to join you guys because I don't get enough TV time."
Conan ducked the lariat and goes on the
And
outside again.
Scott
Once
and
again,
Bischoff
the
chatted.
heaters on and down they go.
There you go, 2 times in a row he took a powder every time the
Yeah, NWO membership got way too high, like early in
And
'97,
Conan, you see what happened. And I'm a firm believer.
because they thought they were going to be building up to the
Assault
NWO
Mountain,
getting its own
if you will,
show, so they needed a
against the
full
NWO.
roster, and then it
Do
just
not forget
didn't
that
happen.
Nitro is from Milwaukee Live this coming Monday. It'll be the last
Dusty was
Nitro
around
prior to War Games.
through like
What will
fall
the NWO have in
'99.
store for us that night? What will they have in store for us in the remainder
Because
of this
he
telecast?
doesn't
tired
get
of that. Why
released
would
from
we have in store for
WCW until
them?
right before
Let's-
Dustin
I'll tell
came
you what
back
we're
to
gonna have in store.
7.
We proved it. Nothing.
Oh, no, now
Because
Tony,
part of
Tony,
Dustin's
Tony,
promo
I'm
where
beginning
he
to give
comes
up on
out
the
and
boys.
denounces
no,
the
no,
7
no, no.
gimmick,
Come on now, come
is
on.
that he was pissed off that they fired his
Hang in there.
dad.
You know, I even heard right here, leapfrog. I'm going to tell you something disturbing to me. And I've been asked about it a lot, so I'm going to answer the
Go ahead.
question.
What is it?
Well, let me. I'm right into the middle of this. My legendary colleague saying,
Yeah,
well,
Rick's-
show me the money and I'll wrestle somebody. I'm talking
I
about
think
Larry Zbyszko.
Rick Steiner never
Show me
joined the
money.
NWO.
Remember he say that?
Oh,
Show me the
what
money
was
the other day. Did he
that?
say that right around? Well, that's
I think that was
disturbing to me,
a
because I go back
moment of
to
Kurt
say,
Hennig being too
"What the heck
athletic
with
for
the
his
money?
opponent.
Let's stop beating somebody else. What is the money? That's what
Dusty
I'm saying.
got let
So, you
go
know, but
because
Larry's always
like
been
Russo
that.
and Ferrara were
Tough
coming
man that he
in,
is, really is.
and
But if he's got a problem, he
like
needs to
his
take care of it
job
inside
kind of
him. That's what I'm
overlapped
saying.
with theirs,
And you too, Tony, don't
and there
give
was
up
no point in
on
having
WCW.
Dusty
I felt that
around.
tone in your voice. Come on, let's
If
stay steady.
you're
to
gonna
it, man.
have these guys booking the shows by themselves, you know.
Hammerlock applied here.
Man, you know,
And
you
plus
get
he
the
was making,
situation
like-
if they were to take over
like
Saturday night and all this
500,000 a
stuff,
year.
you're still in there good.
Like
You
just
got a great
obscene
voice,
money
and that's
for
what
a
you're
guy
gonna
that
grow. So you got to stay steady. with
wasn't
what's
gonna
going
really
on
be
here.
doing anything.
Well, thank you for that vote of
Yeah,
confidence.
Sullivan lasted, but
Top it in the
Sullivan
media.
also
Look at this capacity
was
crowd on
willing to
hand.
like
Yeah.
work on
And you know why
Saturday
they're
nights.
so diligent watching this
And
thing?
like
It's
be
gone
an
now into a
agent, whereas
situation
Dusty was like,
where
if
they're
I'm
trying
not
to mat
booking,
wrestle each other, and I'm
fuck
telling you,
y'all,
if that's the
I'm
case,
staying home.
Kurt Hennig gonna win out in the end if you don't get hit with something silly here.
To the midsection goes Hennig. Hennig hooks him.
Yeah, but like even by that point in '99 when Dusty got fired, he wasn't announcing anymore either. Like he did a couple guest spots on Saturday night, like that summer, but like they had gotten rid, like Saturday night had kind of been downplayed. Worldwide, it was down to like one match a show. And Nitro and Thunder, they had commentators, so they didn't really have a spot for Dusty in commentary. I'm jealous, technically.
We need help for Kurt Hennig, and we have none
And of course, we couldn't have a finish to Kurt Hennig versus Konnan. Are you referring to 6 Lightning Smog with the black hair? What the fuck happened there? That was very random. I think it's mixed together from 2 different tapes. All right, before we go to the second episode we're watching, here's what we'll be watching next week on WCW Deep Cuts Live, next Tuesday at 9.
I don't think we're going to have any luck here tonight. We do have a great program for you, though.
All right, next week we're going back to the year 1990. Go hang out with Paulie and Jim Ross in the China Club. This episode of Saturday Night starts off hot. We got Mongo against Greg the Hammer Valentine. Yeah, we're going to do a whole weekend of shows in about 2 hours next week. Oh, shit. Saito suplex, brother.
And it might start tonight right here. Valentine knows too, Tony, the importance of getting through the pay window off quick on Mongo McMichael.
Greg the Hammer Valentine, who didn't like moving, versus Mongo, who didn't know what he was doing. Great match. And I say this with love. I love a match like Mongo versus Greg Valentine. This is what made the WWB shows great.
The NWO's team. But Greg the Hammer Valentine, as we said, not thinking.
Greg Valentine and his weird little pervert knees.
We found out this morning's dream on WCW main event at this afternoon on the Pro as Mongo.
It is wild with hindsight that for a guy that was so green and never technically got better, that so many guys trusted Mongo to give them a tombstone pile driver.
Commissioner, if you will, Roddy Piper, when he went ahead and said, Horseman
Mongo, how would you describe that bump he just took? It's like
WCW Saturday Night opportunity knocking here.
And it's like in Sonic the Hedgehog where you have one of those rounds with like the waterfall and you have like logs that you're supposed to jump to and from, or like Mario. He felt like one of those logs. Or untrained, that's a good way. Good. By the way, if you've not done so already, check out last week's WCW Deep Cuts Live, where we all got to experience the best wrestler talk show interview ever with Mongo on Sports World in Boston. And if you don't have time to watch the whole 2 hours, I have 2 hours of WCW Deep Cuts Live last week. I've also clipped it by itself for its own video on my YouTube channel. It is fantastic. Maybe the best thing we've watched on one of these streams. Called himself a well-endowed lesbian. Headbutted a desk. It's like bam. It was fantastic. Mongo just seems to be mad. He's angry that he has to sell. Nope.
Yeah, well, that second one kind of woke him up, I think. Mongo McMichael detected him that he
oh gosh.
Here's a pickup. Look at this.
Like, here's the thing. Mongo, for a dude who like did all of his own shit so wildly, why does this match need a run? What the fuck? Half the damn locker room just ran out. We didn't sell the pay-per-view enough. Oh, hey, it's Kevin Nash is on Saturday night. This is ridiculous. Who booked all of the stars on this show? I've heard that Speedy DePalma, where Michael Cole and Taz had that show on Sirius XM for like a couple days, cussing out people. It's very funny.
For the WCW Cruiserweight belt, a return bout
Yeah, this is right before the crotch chop got officially banned in WCW. That's right, this is the period where for 1 or 2 weeks they were teasing Brad Armstrong was going to join Eddie. And then they kind of put Alex Wright with Eddie for a week or two, and then they just didn't do any of it.
This guy's got to change attitude, bad attitude. You're looking at Guerrero against Guerrero here. We're talking about bloodlines. We're talking about
Eddie was ripped.
And I know in the back right now.
This is that period where Eddie told Meltzer that he was just eating lettuce for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I did not catch that, but I'm sure there was a person wearing a Boston shirt in the crowd. Shreddy. I like it, Jonathan. Chavo. Ooh, Eddie versus Chavo.
Well, he better be determined because, like I said, it's blood against blood. Opportunity watching around the world is watching. All the people out there say hello and thank you for a nice time in Cody, Wyoming. Miss Wyoming.
Yeah, the dude in the Boston shirt hated Eddie because Eddie was more of a real big fish guy.
I guarantee you she's watching tonight. Watch out.
Watch out.
Eddie Guerrero wasting no time. The intensity that we have known from
I feel like this is so far kind of a big Saturday night. We had like a bunch of main eventers run out in the first segment. Now we got Eddie versus Chavo. This is 8 months before Chavo officially goes crazy around Great American Bash 98. The hair versus hair match where Chavo loses and then shaves his own head and Eddie freaks out. After Chavo had been like his slave for a couple of months. Okay.
On Saturday night, this thing could heat us up and take us all the way into tomorrow night in Winston-Salem. Into the ropes goes Eddie, pick up by Chavo.
Like,
got him down good.
how is it possible to be as smooth as Eddie Guerrero was at wrestling? Like, just such a wonderful combination of coordination and speed, and like he could do that like he was like as easy as breathing. Oh! By the way, shout out to my SSRI gang.
That could have broke his neck right there.
Take my meds for the night so I can go to sleep after this.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you what, that was there.
Yes,
that was there.
Eddie making Chavo apologize to Grandma Guerrero on national TV fucking ruled.
In turn, if you will, of WCW. Horseman now involved in that situation in the War Games. Most dangerous match of all. Eddie runs right over Chavo Jr.
Dusty was good for putting over the War Games on commentary because that was his match. So no matter what, whenever War Games came around, he was going to sell the shit out of it because it was his creation.
And what's in store, hopefully for WCW and maybe the NWO
Whoop.
in the months to come.
Oh.
Maneuver almost sent Eddie on the outside.
Well, he's going to go ahead and take a foul and get a break right here because this young man is really ragging him. And that's a lot of stake right here, not only for us here on Saturday night, but for these two guys right here, the Guerrero family in general. Got him hooked up.
Nice.
Springboard, right over the top.
Chavo Jr. is fired up, and the fans are behind him here on Saturday night. This is the excitement that's going to be part of Fall Brawl tomorrow night.
I think Eddie did win the ECW TV title on his first night. I believe you're correct, man. Because Paul was like dead set on making Eddie a star in America.
But right now, Eddie and Chavo giving it their all here, Dream.
Oh, yeah. Man,
ooh, Eddie going for Chavo's finish. Wow. And controversial statement, I think he did it better than Chavo.
Drag him out to the center. Will he go up now? Time for the frog.
Like, because Paul's Paul wanted Art Barr more than he wanted Eddie. But they were a package deal. And then Art died right before they were supposed to debut.
Turn it out. This party's over right here for Eddie Guerrero as we move on to Fall Brawl tomorrow night only on pay-per-view. A must-buy. Tony Schiavone.
He's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna. This guy's good. Art was the personality of the team, but we'll make it work, and he did. Like, from what I've seen, I haven't seen as much as I'd like of Los Gringos Locos. Like, the work is good, but what's really great is them, like, doing shtick and getting heat. As good as Eddie was at the working, like, them, and especially Art, baiting the crowd, I think was the real gem of Los Gringos Locos, from what I've seen.
All right, your winner is Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, Scott Hall is also on this show. What the fuck? And Luger.
Tomorrow night,
Wow, all the stars made this town.
For WCW's Fall Brawl featuring War Games.
Hogan's about to come out and wrestle Prince Iaukea at this rate. Yeah, Liz had 2 dresses, and both look stellar. And Ultimo Dragon Super Calo.
Ultimo Dragon one-on-one against Super Calo.
Yeah, they should have just set up the Saturday night set at Spring Break. The Outsiders would have been there every week. There's Dusty in his red leather jacket.
The whole world is talking about Rowdy Piper. They come on the Nitro and become the intern commissioner.
You just call him the intern commissioner? Like, Roddy's running around, getting coffee, doing lunch orders for people.
And also stated that he was going to move DDP and Luger out of this weekend. Must buy.
Perspire. Again, Dusty is just saying words.
We will see if he can back all that talk up.
And if they make sense, cool, but at least they sound good.
Might help stop this thing for WCW back on the right.
Tecmo, yeah, I'm not giving you guys enough of the low card guys. Up here comes Disco Glenn to make everybody sad.
This pay-per-view coming up now that Dallas Page and Luger are together, the tag team against Hall and the Macho
Those are the
Man.
lights that he's going to look at the end of the match.
NWO here. This thing is on fire.
Brian, yeah, what a relief. Finally a guy that fits on this show. I will give Disco Glenn credit. That's some shitty ring gear for Disco Inferno. All right, LJH, take her easy. Have a good night. Glad to have you. Hope to have you back next week. But, like, fans loved to do this. He figured it out. I don't know if Disco has chimed in about AEW's new TV deal. I don't give Disco an ounce of my attention on social media.
After that, let's go to Dave Penzer.
His opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota,
Lenny Lane. Look at that, old Lenny Lane.
Thought they were friends. Apparently, they're becoming bitter enemies.
Well, Tony, it's kind of the weekend thought. You know, all the enemies
I found a weird PBS documentary from around this time about, like, Minnesota indie wrestling featuring Lenny Lane that I might play on Off the Grid soon. That is a very Takeshita-esque hairstyle. Good call, brother.
That's what it's going to take for him to move back up that ladder and get you to pay one. But let me ask you a question. Okay.
I don't know if Lenny was a contract guy yet, but he was around TV a lot and doing a lot of jabs.
Are we really in store for something big time going on here later on? I'm telling you. Well, it's eerie, ain't it?
It is. You're not kidding. And you never know. I mean, it could erupt any time during this match. We may have to break.
We could play Name the Disco finish. I think it's the Chartbuster around this time. I think it's going to be the Stunner.
Tomorrow night,
Disco with the Peg Bundy. Oh my goodness. Yes.
And that will be a fight to the finish, the most dangerous match in our sport. WCW represented by the Horsemen against the NWO, Nash, Conan, Bagwell, and Six.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a look. I wonder if...
Oh,
Conan
got him in the back of the head with a couple of those.
But I wonder a little bit about the buff, you know what I mean? And
inside
a
Disco Glenn.
Of pure, unadulterated danger. I'm talking about War Games. When that cage drops, it's going to be something.
Disco Inferno sending Lenny Lane to the near side ropes.
Lenny Lane got him.
Yeah, that was the most fun Disco Glenn era, was when he didn't know how to do his own finisher. Like, he had to bring directions to the ring.
Can I bring this up?
Yes, you can. Go
I
ahead.
think there's a problem that brewing right here.
We'll have to see. I think we're in the chart buster. I think we are. I think the leg lock was like late 95, early 96.
It's a free country. Go ahead and dance, but you got there's a time to dance, a time to prance, and a time to get out and kind of kick some booty, and that's what needs to be done.
Got it. 2 count. And an argument ensues with Mickey J and Disco Inferno here. Well, Alex Wright must face the Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, we'll definitely find out in this match. There's no offense to Lenny Lane. I think the result is not up. I think it is very much down on the ground.
Yeah, I was sitting in a calm atmosphere talking with Miss Wyoming, and we were talking about Nitro.
He was talking with Miss Wyoming about Nitro. This ring is not well put together. It's wiggling way too.
It's unbelievable around the country how many people are involved in this thing and trying to, everybody's a quarterback. You know what I mean?
I know that.
Lenny Lock. That would have been a fun finish.
But, Piper is the one that I really think changed this.
That's
thing
right.
around.
Lenny Lane was the other guy who failed a drug test. Oh shit, Lenny Lane. That's cool. Famous story. Lenny Lane had to go to drug testing class, or drug class, how to not do drugs, Chris Jericho. That's where he politicked to do the angle where he was the lookalike. All right, Stephen J. Neptune Man, this week in sports. September 13, 1997, the Yankees lost to the Orioles 1-6 to go 83-63. In the season, the Mets beat the Expos 9-6. And the number one song in America, thank goodness, was Honey by Mariah Carey. Thank you so much, Stephen J. Neptune Man, as always, bringing the factoids. Absolution now with Deca. Oh, shit! Lenny Lane, yeah, is clearly trying to get signed.
And now the Disco Inferno.
I think we were both wrong. I think the pile driver might be the finish.
This could be it right here.
Oh god, Puff Daddy did produce. We can't escape Sean Combs. Nobody wins the game.
Said he just hit a home run, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Well, he might hit a home run, but I'm going to tell you what, Disco Inferno, Alex Wright, too young. Too young.
Look at that guy in the front row. I could kick his ass.
I don't know, but I think that's kind of setting the tone for the whole situation this weekend.
Time to go to our
Hey, Tank Sinatra. The Orioles beat the Yankees 6-1.
As the Disco Inferno continues to dance.
Yes.
Well, the Disco Inferno is
we should see things on the positive side.
And the dancer as he is, him and the Wonder Kid Alex
See, when you
Wright,
said that casual villainy, that's why the feds picked him up. At first, I thought you meant Disco Inferno, which, I mean, I'm sure they have a reason if they really wanted to.
But let me tell you real quick, problems of ruin, not only
There's 1,000 bottles of baby oil, come on.
NWO, in the camp of WCW, but also there's a big problem brewing with Demon Lincoln and Jeff Jarrett coming up on this pay-per-view Fall Brawl.
And we'll talk more about that after this. People who know
Inferno's only one about state charges.
Saturday night.
State of the industry. Stay tuned, a real star up next. And another one. Luger's like, yeah, I'm a baby fish.
We are back at
Oh, Gene has to do his own plug this week.
Fans, so much happening in the wrestling world, it's tough to keep it all straight. Last week, I told you about the new wrestler headed for WCW. Well, there could be more to follow. That's the long and
There's
short
always
of it.
more wrestlers coming to
Rumors
WCW, Gene.
possibility there could
Eric
be a
Bischoff
couple
doesn't
surprises
say no.
in the future, plus a breakup at the top of another wrestling promotion. I'll have these stories.
Breakup at the
and
top
all
of,
the
I'm
details
sure he's
regarding
talking about like
WCW's battle in
in New
Seattle
Japan or
Live,
something.
Play-by-play internet broadcast. That's all tonight during my exclusive hotline report, right on up till midnight at 1-900-909.
I don't think he's talking about. I think he'd be more straightforward if he was talking about Brett. I think he wants you to think it's Brett.
Dream we know. Team WCW tomorrow night will be represented by the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, Gene
Team
Okerlund was
NWO
call
features
bait.
Kevin Nash, Six, Conan and Buff Bagwell.
1 at 900, Lion Baldy. David Bixenspan brought this up in between the sheets recently. This is around the time where Gene got really, really sick and almost died because he needed a kidney transplant. And his thought was that maybe Gene became such a con artist because he needed the money from the hotline, because he thought that, like, oh shit, I could, like, be permanently on the shelf with this kidney stuff. It was another CMLL AAA shakeup. Thank you, Tecmo. Yeah, I can only imagine Gene Okerlund talking about Lucha. Polish Pegasus. A cow died for Dusty's jacket. Yes, a very tan one. WCW Magazine was also bad. Russo was really shitty about teasing stuff in the magazine. Either stuff in the magazine that wasn't going to happen, or stuff in the magazine that spoiled his own booking, but he wanted to look smart, so he put it in the magazine first. Like, there was that point where Disco Inferno, after he refused the job to Jacqueline, was planning on jumping to the WWF after he got fired. And Russo just straight up puts it in the magazine that he's gonna be with the Honky Tonk Man. Like, that was the idea. Russo spoiled his own booking, and then it didn't happen because Disco got a better deal to come back to WCW. There we go, Super Kala with a goatee. Maybe that's Eric Bischoff under the mask.
And I want to say one thing about Fritz Von Erich. He's the man that began the American Dream Dusty Rhodes' career. Hats off to him. But one thing about Fritz Von Erich, as we pay our respects in verbiage here.
Oh, Fritz Von Erich had just passed away. I'm like, why the fuck is he talking about Fritz Von Erich? Yeah, Fritz Von Erich had just passed away.
Somewhere as we get ready for Fall Brawl. So Fritz, I know you're not gone far, but I guarantee I just want to personally thank you. Fritz Von Erich passed away.
I'm sure Fritz Von Erich was down in hell watching WCW Saturday Night. Ultimo Dragon. Around this time, there was a weird story going around that he was going to have to change his name because Ricky Steamboat had, like, gone to a lawyer to draw up a lawsuit against him. That Ultimo Dragon stole his name. Like, it's all over the newsletters at this time. Like, I think they ended up, like, settling at like, before the lawsuit even gets filed. I don't think it was Ricky that cared, it was more Bonnie that cared.
Let's go ahead and lay it out.
Like, Ricky was watching TV and Bonnie heard somebody called Dragon, and she's like, Ricky, we need money.
I mean, we've seen a man retire, step aside.
Ultimo Dragon started in WCW as Ultimate Dragon because Americans. That wasn't because of a lawsuit or anything. It was just that Americans are dumb. And yeah, as CQ Morale brought up, yeah, Ricky Steamboat just straight up used Ultimo Dragon's music in the WWE. And yeah, as Dr. Liam brought up, Ricky Steamboat was not the first Steamboat.
Flair is the real veteran of War Games. So yeah, maybe it's a question, should he get in to put his career on the line in War Games?
What a badass mask, by the way, by Ultimo Dragon. I don't remember this one. It's like,
you want somebody that knows
almost like purple chrome on one side.
Right here by the Ultimate Dragon.
That's a sweet ass mask.
This thing right here could go either way. But you know, Callows look good lately.
We're 1 minute into the match, and Super Callow has not yet fallen on his head. I'm disappointed.
With Piper being the commissioner right now, and you see things that are happening.
That's right, Jonathan Mayer. 27 years later, he did get to meet my son, the Amazing Dragon. And Ultimo was shocked that Noli not only knew who he was, but asked about the J Crowd. Because you see, when Dad is as big as a nerd as I am, the kid's gonna know this stuff.
You know what I mean? That's saying it's guard, Daniel, but this is that type of match. That's the only thing I'm trying to
That was sweet.
This is a match that can break your career right here.
And then you never know until you try.
Yeah.
Here's a
Well, the fight and the
Yeah, it is a
drive
shame
is
Ricky
what
Steamboat
will
never
be
wrestled
this.
as
Believe me.
Dick Blood.
Especially based on what the NWO did to the Horsemen not too long ago. Made a farce out of the retirement of
Like, I feel like if that Hangman Swerve feud keeps
certainly
going,
they have a lot of motivation going in.
we
to
might
Double
get
Cage
some Dick
tomorrow night.
Blood.
Super Colo tried to back body drop the man.
Well, also, too, you know, Tony, Hyper has said, hey,
Tony Atlas versus
as
Vic
interim
Blood.
commissioner here, WCW, a lot of things need to be done. Let's start by winning the War Games. Then we can get things done. That's
Oh, here we go. The twisting Hurricane Rana. I always loved this. The fun move to do in Revenge.
Here he is. Oh, man.
Top rope, Frankensteiner's going to hook him in the Dragon Sleeper. There's no getting out from that.
Yeah, Dragon rules.
He got him, Tony.
That is not necessarily a sleeper.
And that's not his music.
That is a submission hold that has him tap out and give up. And this is Alex Wright's music.
Look at that. He's just rubbing himself. Just really, like, this is, Alex is really getting into it. Rubbing and grinding.
It looks like some challenge being made. You know
Like,
what I
all
mean?
matches should end with Alex Wright coming out and rubbing himself.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But
let's do it now.
yeah, let's
Like,
do
it should be
now.
like the opposite of 911 and ECW. Like, if you have a really good match in WCW, or if you had a really good match in WCW, they should have sent Alex Wright out to, like, grind and rub himself
Jump in there.
afterwards. It's like a celebratory point.
Oh, I like this.
Little impromptu
The belt weighs
match
more than
on
Alex
Saturday
Wright.
night.
Alex Wright's a big dude.
That's all right. Everybody's in a fighting mood.
Off goes the jacket.
Randy Orton's like, come on, guys. Come on, I'm not assigned to this match.
Well, here somebody has appeared out
I
here.
love how the ring jacket gal is like going by it like a shoot. Like she actually came over to get his jacket. That would have been so funny, Dr. Leon, if WCW responded to a Ricky Steamboat lawsuit by booking Vic Steamboat to like get destroyed by Ultimo Dragon. That would have been sweet.
We're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina for WCW Monday Nitro. That is September 15th, 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
So
live and only on TNT.
come see Hacksaw Jim Duggan on Nitro, and Ray Traylor, and all the guys that are normally on this show.
Kurt Hennig of the Four Horsemen will be there, and the biggest man of them all, the Giant as well. It's this coming Monday. It's from
Like, they
Charlotte, North Carolina.
have all the stars on Saturday night. They
Monday
didn't book any for
Nitro,
Nitro
live,
apparently.
2 hours plus, only on TNT. And do not forget, the countdown is on to tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Fall Brawl
I always
featuring
enjoyed the
War
Fall
Games,
Brawl
available
War
only
Games.
on pay-per-view and direct
I always thought it was like a
DirecTV.
like it
Make the
felt nice
appropriate phone
aesthetic.
call and join us, the Double Ring, Double Cage War Games.
Had a nice shape to it.
This is WCW Saturday Night. Welcome back, everybody.
You know Gene's
What a
serious because he's
shocker
wearing the cheaters.
This past Monday night on WCW Monday Nitro, when I announced the new interim acting chairman of
Interim,
the Executive
not
Committee
intern.
for World Championship Wrestling, and out came this man, my longtime friend, and again I want to congratulate
Roddy
him.
Piper on
Rowdy
Saturday
Roddy
night.
Piper,
What the
like I did
fuck?
on Monday night. Oh, what a lot of business, and you have upset the apple cart.
Wearing that like red button up that he used to wear all the time when he announced in the WWF.
I am now, what am I, the chairman of the board of the executive?
Yeah, this is the period where the wrestlers that are playing authority figures don't know what their positions are.
As that, though, I have a responsibility.
All right, Vic Steamboat was on Saturday night in October '96. I'm not surprised. Everybody was on Saturday night at some
You
point.
see, when it comes to Hogan, he's slimier than a paparazzi. He is slimier and
Random
more than a snake's belly.
paparazzi
He's
shot?
going, I want Sting. Sting's never in the building, is he? He wants Sting my foot. You ain't fooling me a bit. It's time now to consolidate. It's time now for someone to jump up and say, hey, cut the baloney. I know all the tricks, babe. Come on.
Babe.
Let's see the light. I saw the light. You know what the light is? One, Sting Hogan in a title match.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a Princess Di thing. Roddy was very into reading a newspaper right before his promo. And then, no matter what the context, he was going to get in a reference to whatever he remembered.
Absolutely. And the
I'm sure he read a story about the Princess Di death.
It happens tomorrow.
Like, I gotta bring it up on TV. Seem young and hip.
Silly as fooled by the NWO as putting Lex Luger and Diamond Dallas Page, even though
Hey, Adam, I want to say around 97. I feel like is when Roddy, something happened to Roddy that year. And he went from like fun crazy to sad crazy.
Bellying up to the bar. Well, let's see who bellies up to the bar and who just bellies up, huh?
Gene with
Thank
the
you, Mr.
assist
Chairman,
visually.
Mr. Chairman, you like that? Does that wear well on you?
Yeah, much better than President's WWF, I'll tell you.
Oh!
If that's the case, then maybe you could pop for a drink after the show tonight.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Goodness sakes.
Gene's
Fall
like,
Brawl tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.
Gene's like,
And
yeah,
the War Games,
enough
you
about
know
the
it's on
pay-per-view.
Starting at 7 o'clock. Call your
Gotta
cable company.
go get a drink at the airport.
All right, Gene Okerlund, thank you very much. Roddy Piper, interim commissioner until James J. Dillon recovers.
Yeah, Roddy, I think with Roddy, he told so many lies about his life that he just forgot. Like you create a life of tall tales, and eventually you're just gonna run out of. You don't know what the truth is.
Against Scott Hall, the Macho Man Randy Savage, where outside interference
Like,
will not be allowed. And there must
speaking
be
of Between the Sheets, I saw Whiskey Spaceman bring it up. They covered 2003 this week on the show, and they played a Roddy Piper promo from TNA, where like the first 30 seconds of the promo is the chorus from Unwell by Matchbox 20. Like straight up, he just goes, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell.
Roddy Piper, he stood up
And-
on his nest, and you know what I mean, Tony?
And right now, I know you probably can't tell, but wait a while and then you'll see a different side of me. Like, I can tell what was on the radio right before you walked out, Roddy. I love Bix. I know some people don't like Bix. I love Bix. Bix is my guy too. Definitely Adam. And yeah, RGT. Yeah, I wonder who is winning / losing / not. Thank you, Bruh Van. Yes, I was on Between the Sheets a couple weeks ago, covering the year 1996, the week.
Oh, man. Man, this is kind of put a big old lump in you.
Luger is so happy. Why is he so happy right now? I don't think anybody's ever been that happy to be working Saturday night, let alone Lex Luger.
The whole NWO, if it comes to that, you know what I mean? And we need WCW.
And this is just weeks after he like won and lost the world title in like 6 days. Like he should be really pissy about having to work Saturday night. Yes, I'm a big Lex guy. I like Lex. That's why I made that short about him a few weeks ago. Lex was good. And this is probably going to be a fun little match.
Ticket to the Target Center box office and Ticketmaster locations. So be sure to get your tickets for WCW Monday Nitro. And also hello to our fans in Spokane, Seattle,
Yeah, this is the opposite of him being upset at WrestleMania 10. He's going to win so big on Saturday night. That's why he's so excited.
Yeah, I want to tell you what. Yeah, and you know, they kind of taking it easy. What I mean by they really trying to figure out what other one's game plan is. But yeah, he just got it slapped out of him. I'm going to tell you another major matchup, not to be missed.
Good on these guys for being like, we're not going to touch for like a minute after the bell rings. Good lockup. Good solid lockup. Again, something you wouldn't expect from a Lex Luger match with his rep for not being great, quote unquote great at the technical aspects. Even the people that liked Lex were like, oh, he wasn't a great technician. But like, this is a very good lockup.
Like the NW, I mean, you know what I mean? They're gonna come out like now we're watching this match like it just started, and you, I can't.
Yes. Yeah, Brian Hildebrandt's like, dude, you can't poke an eye out with that toothpick. There's this lockup's great.
Mark Curtis, referee, has no authority. They are not paying attention to him at all. This is the kind
I'm not a
of fight.
Spaces
now,
guy.
don't forget when they close the cage that the referee
It's
will
too
not be
chaotic
there to
for me.
separate them, but these two
I think I went into one Spaces ever.
hold some order there. Although in that tag match there must be a
I just want Twitter to die. I can't kick it. It's like a drug, but I need it to die. I want it to go away.
Well, not as much.
No, but there's all. Let me tell you what. There's doubt in his mind and Luger's mind.
Yeah, they did shake hands Monday night, so they did come together. But
yeah, they're not really doing anything, but everything is real solid.
But I know what you're saying. It's going to be Luger and Page. If they get in trouble, who's going to come out to help them?
Yeah.
I would think probably nobody.
Yeah, once again,
I'm glad Blue Sky finally enabled video uploading. But I think they botched their launch so hard.
Got hung up, get up and nail him. Slap him around.
I think they went invite only way too long. And just by the time they were open, when they opened up to everybody, it was like, oh well, we all already got our invites. Anybody that wanted to be on there, and there was like nothing that they had that was any fun. Like they literally just made video uploading accessible like in the last week.
Go ahead and diagnose this play right here, but I think there's more behind this test of strength because Scott Hall has a game plan for everything that he does. We get ready for Fall Brawl Must Buy pay-per-view. I guarantee you got to be ready for the War Games. The Horsemen, are they stepping in to a situation where
like Threads is fine, but the trying to run the algorithm like Instagram, it's too messy.
Remember what happened last year at the same arena?
We lost it all.
We lost it all. And that was before we found out that Eric Bischoff was in the
Mark Curtis was such a better referee than Nick Patrick. It's such a better referee. It is heartbreaking.
Tell people what to do and what kind of match they're going to have. I don't believe anybody is going to be able to tell the NWO what to do.
We're getting a master class in how to do nothing and make it look like something. It's not even like these guys are doing nothing and like having like, oh, we're having fun doing nothing. Making it look like they're doing stuff, but they're really not. This is working, folks. Working one-on-one, brother.
WCW standard bearer, if you will, Lex Luger.
The former world champion Lex Luger powering up. Luger, Scott Hall near the midsection.
God, Scott Hall is such a big human being.
You can see how he's pulling back on those arms, the chest, the neck muscles. How right now he is in a.
Tony Schiavone just describing all of the sexy things about Lex Luger. The neck, those thick chest muscles, traps, those thighs. Tony, stop.
And Luger screaming, no, he won't give up. Starting to come back.
I'm going to tell you what, it's an eerie feeling.
Like, has there even been a bump in this match?
Luger tries to come out of this. Gets his finger, reverses, thank Tony. Luger!
Oh, there we go. They worked for that pop. That was great. Beautiful. There have been 2 bumps in this match.
Oh, my goodness. Elizabeth got up just in time for Scott Hall to hit Luger below the belt.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And I think the fans at home sometimes.
God, if they did a double down, double count out from a low blow, that'd be so good.
Both men to their feet now. No, I thought Luger was starting to.
Scott Hall's like, oh, I'm up. I'm selling that.
Oh man, going to put him away. This would be a devastating blow to start.
And the crowd's all getting up because, like, oh, he's gonna have run-ins. Oh yeah, of course there's a run-in. A shitty run-in. It's not like Scott Hall. Nothing that really dictated that run-in. It was just, oh, he's going to win. Like, the NWO didn't have the upper hand first. Why the fuck are the babyfaces running in? Hey, nicest Blue Star. Glad to have you. Yeah, I did. The run-in was weak, but that was a really fun match. I enjoyed that a lot. Great match to end the stream with. Oh yeah, Braves Baseball next. By Braves Baseball, I mean my face. Here we go. What a fun show tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me for the last 2 hours. It's been a blast going back to the year 1997. Had some fun, had some laughs, learned some things. A lot of stars tonight. A lot more stars than I expected on Saturday night. Next week, again, we're going back to the year 1990 to watch a whole weekend worth of shows in just around 2 hours. It'll be fun, it'll be fancy, and it'll be free. Again, if you're watching this on the YouTube VOD, make sure to follow and subscribe over on Twitch, where we do WCW Deep Cuts live every Tuesday at 9. Again, thanks to everybody joining me. And as I always like to end these with, if nothing else, even if you don't make it here next Tuesday, just make it to next Tuesday. Brahavan, no off the grid this week, every other Sunday, taking the Sunday off. But yeah, just make it next 7 days. That's all I'm asking. You can do it. I'm going to try my damnedest. I know life's hard. I especially feel a lot. This is the highlight of my week, getting to hang with you all. And I'm glad I get to do it this week and every other week. And my name's Tom Green. Right there. There's somewhere in there. This has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. Go to sleep.